All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 127. Yeah, this is two, not year three, not year four, not year one, but year two. In year two, we've got 127 RobLynn lives consecutively of 492. That's right. That's what I said. We've been on at both midnight and 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock and back to 8 o'clock. And it's 8 o'clock now, just on the east side of 8. It is Friday, the 29th day of December, 2023. All right. What can we tell you? Oh, first off, we got to tell you about RobLynnLive.ai. And that's our domain. So if you're new to OnPassive, you're new to the OES, click on that domain. Where will that take you? That will take you to Lynn's registration link. All you have to do is select yourself your very own email and a password, input a little bit of information. There's no charge for any of that. It's free, free, free for thee and me. So it is free. And what do you get with all that? Well, you get Omail, you get Onet too, you get O-Trim, yeah. So it's O-Trim, Onet, Omail, and the opportunity to purchase, subscribe to the one, the only OConnect. And we're coming to you on OConnect, and we're live streaming to, yes, YouTube, the RobLynn Live Network YouTube channel. And there's close to 34,000 subscribers there, so hop on board. And if you want to subscribe, all you got to do, click on that subscribe button, then click the bell icon, and then give a thumbs up to like, and away you go, 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 go. Oh, yeah. 10 a.m. this morning, we had Marty in Red. 10 a.m. this morning, Marty in Red. Then at 11, we had, wait a minute, it wasn't Marty in Red. It was that Marty and that other guy.
Chris.
Chris, Chunky Chris. Chris, who's losing weight.
Yeah.
They're all losing weight. That's good stuff. 11 a.m. brought you Red. Okay, let's get that straight now. Red came on at 11. It was Marty and Chris at 10. Then at 12 noon, high noon, right here in the OK Corral, Straight Talk with Lynn and Rob and Ollie Boy, the
Wonder Dog.
Ollie is still a little under the weather. We think he has a strained or pulled muscle. Hoping we can get him some muscle relaxants or something at some
moved
point.
him right by us, and he's looking at us, and he's content because we're in his sight. You know, he wants to see us.
Well, there is safety when mom and dad are around. Okay. That was noon. Then at 8 p.m. and oh yeah, you know where you are. You're at RobLynn Live. And Ollie.
Oh, Wonder Dog.
Choo-hoo-hoo. All right. We're on OConnect. We're also live streaming to the RobLynn Live channel's YouTube channel, I should say. And about 30 minutes or so. And then the Where's Ollie Boy contest kicks off. And who's going to be doing it tonight for us?
Mel.
Mel. Okay. Melanie Marcano will be handling the duties and the chores. And thank you very much for the Where's Ollie Boy contest. We'll get all the way down. We'll show you the background. We'll get all the way down to your guesses. And then in 3, 2, 1, after we count to 3 backwards, we'll kick it off on OConnect. And that's where the action is. That's where RobLynn Live hangs on OConnect, just like Mr. Mafar says. And if you notice, more and more of the leadership are coming to OConnect.
We like that.
That's good stuff. We like that. And the more the merrier on OConnect. Let's see. Tonight there's also an 8 o'clock, I don't know whether it's a webinar or a chat or what do they call it. It's Let's O or Let's Go.
Let's O.
Let's O, and that's with Lynn's former partner from, I almost said Saturday Night Live, but we better call it Friday Night Live, which is what it was. Ron Hulbert, and supposedly tonight he has on a special guest Mike Ellis from the trio of Ellis and Street and DeGarmo. also known as ONPASSIVE Nation. Ooh, yeah. All right, so that's tonight. Tomorrow at noon, we might as well mention at noon, high noon, same time we're on. We're on at 12 noon as well. We're going to hustle and get done so we can get over to where they're going to be hosting the OTEC pros, the four guys, Takusi, Ete, Oliver, and Mana. So, okay, that's the four of them. And I believe they're being hosted by Comfort Con 4. And there should be some special guests from the UK and elsewhere. We don't know if Mr. Mafar will be there. That's only a guess at this point. He has been given an invitation, just like I think he was given an invitation to Holbert show tonight. Let's go. So let's get rumbling right here on RobLynnLive. All right. Please pray for Ash, his lovely wife Ashmahan, and their two handsome young men, Omar, the author, and Yusuf, the astronaut, as well as the tech, media, and support staffs around the globe for their good health and safety. Also, please send out your love, light, and prayers to anyone who may be ill or injured for their speedy and complete recovery. Now, we have some announcements, but we're going to hold the announcements till we come back on Just OConnect, if that's all right with you, Miss Nakamoto. And without further ado, I think it's time for the Where's Ollie contest.
And we want to thank Mel for running the contest tonight. And we want to thank Charmaine Ung of Singapore, because she's the one that creates the visuals for us every day. It takes a lot of work and a lot of love to come up with these beautiful visuals for us to enjoy. So thank you, Charmaine, for all you do. She's very diligent and consistent, and we appreciate her very much.
And I think we need a hats off to Mr. Michael Chatta, please, for.
Yes, we're enjoying her right. It's running across. On the YouTube channel. I don't know if it's streaming there, but we have it running here in OConnect. It's a ticker that he provides for us daily, and this one says RobLynnLive. Topic: Qualities of a Great Leader. December 29, 2023 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for that beautiful emoji.
It's great, Michael. Thank you.
We get to enjoy it, and we appreciate you.
It's good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Did you need to make yourself a secondary host or not? I don't need to remind you about that.
I don't want to do it now since we live streaming.
All right, we are live streaming. We're coming to you live on several channels. We're on the Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're getting around. And we'd like, and X, also known as Twitter. We'd like to show you the background, if we may.
Yeah, this is the background created by Charmaine Ung. It's quite beautiful. You can see, let me scroll so you can see the top of it here. The buildings, I think they're buildings, beautiful. And then you can also see what Ollie is eating and what we are eating. So go ahead and guess when we ring Grandma Bobby's bell, cowbell, where it is and what Rob and I are eating and what Ollie is eating.
And we'll have first boys and first girls. Now, for 2 nights this week, we had no winners. We had a lot of guesses, but no winners. So thank you to everybody who does guess. And there's a super sticker just posted up. It looks like it's from Mr. Francis Tay. Thank you, Francis. Very kind of you, as usual. Anytime you do that, we appreciate it. So thank you for that super sticker, brother.
Thanks for the unwavering support of us.
It is unwavering. All right. Let's give it another couple of minutes with you guys looking at the background. Then we're going to pull up the chat, and Lynn will lock the chat down so she can keep up with it.
Yeah, what we do is we lock it to see what the current comments are, and then we unlock it and we see the more comments come in. So that way we can actually see, because the comments fly by really quickly.
They do, and we're at 41 of you folks right now. We are on our way up, 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 and away.
And so we are now going to ring Grandma Bobby's cowbell. and this is how we're going to see the guesses. So you can guess when you hear the bell. All right, here we go. Where you see the bell. That's Grandma Bobby's puppet. Go ahead and guess.
Go ahead and guess.
Yeah, let's look and see who's going to be the first to guess.
All right, all right, all right.
Hard background, says Frank Rowe, but my guess is Toronto, Canada.
Whoa, Armin, are you here, Armin?
Oh, Mohammed says you are mute, sir. So I think people are hearing us. Can you folks in the chat, the OConnect chat, help Mohammed so that he can get the sound? He's not hearing right now, but it's, and yeah, help him out, please, you guys. And we have Daniel, hold on one second. Daniel Lopez, his guess is Canada.
All right.
And we have Isabel Bailey, and she says, I don't have a clue. And Robert Stifler says, New York City. I had seen one while I drove by. Oh, okay, so he's pretty sure that it's New York City. And we have John Barilla saying Canada, Toronto. Greg Lakin is here. Hi, Greg. He says Manhattan, New York.
Could it be? Could it be? Could it be?
Okay. Thank you, Chris, for helping everybody enable the speaker icon. Rajiv, hello. He thinks it's India.
Could be, could be, could be.
Hi, Keiko.
Keiko from Japan in the house.
She
Hello,
says
Keiko.
Toronto.
Could it be Toronto?
And Greg says, maybe I've been away for a while. Sadananda, thank you. He says, RobLynnLive.ai. Golly, maybe New York City, says Jane Helms. Good to have you here, Jane. You're such a bright, shining star. We love having you. And we have Patricia Green saying Chicago, Illinois. And you can take over for a bit.
All right. Let's get ready to scroll. Here we go. And who else have we got here? Patricia Green says Chicago, Illinois. And let's see. Chicago, Illinois was Pat Green. That's right. And Emmanuel Onyeguli says New York. And let's keep scrolling. Let's see where everybody says it is. And there's Pat again with New York City. She's pretty convinced. And let's see if we have any more. And Jane is saying maybe New York as well. And Keiko says Toronto. And Rajiv is saying India. Ooh, we got a lot of varied guesses. And let's see, let's go back to the bottom. And that was Emmanuel. Okay. I think we've got all the guesses in. We got John Barillas. He said Toronto. Where's Armin Hogue when we need him? Because if it's Toronto, he would know.
True.
Is that good, Ollie? Ollie had a cookie. Ollie get a cookie? All right. Okay, well, it looks like all the guesses are in.
Really?
Yes, they are. It's time to bring in the one and only Mel Mel.
Oh, Frank says, just to remind you, I haven't been wrong, but one night, the other time, I just came in time to do a solo. That's true. I remember that. You came in at the nick of time, and you're the only one that guessed it right, but you came in at the last minute. I remember that. Pretty cool. All right, is there any more guesses?
Bring on the guesses. We've got them.
I think maybe that's it for guesses.
All right, here we go. Now, we've got the guesses in. We're going to announce the winner once we go in a 3, 2, 1 over to OConnect. But in the meantime, let's tell you how you can get on the OConnect. All you need to do is be in the OES. And how do you do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. You go to RobLynnLive RobLynnLive.ai. And all you have to do is click on that domain name. It's RobLynnLive.ai. Once you click on that, you just follow the yellow brick road. In other words, follow direction. You add yourself an OMail name, and you give it a password and a few little bits more of information, and away you go.
Yep, it's worth it.
It's worth it, and it's free. It makes it even more worth it. So I think it's time, if it's okay with you, to give a countdown. May we? Shall we?
All righty.
Well, then, all righty to you yourself. And now, in 3, in 2, in 1, let's go to OConnect. Here we go.
All right.
Well, we're back. Hey, we're back. And here's Johnny. Oh, no, this isn't the Tonight Show. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're on OConnect now, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring Mel on, and Mel's going to tell us who the winners are, where the background is, and what we're eating. So bring it, Mel. If you can hop on board with us, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, and we're trying to see whether the layout will come out. The layout, the gallery view. Right now, there's no layout. Oh,
There it
just
is.
showed up. Hold on. Let me figure this out. While I'm
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Ollie was at the business district in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Big Apple.
Oh.
Toronto is Canada's largest city and a world leader in business, finance, technology, entertainment, and culture. It is a dynamic metropolis with a core of soaring skyscrapers, that's for sure, Toronto. Toronto also has many green spaces, example the 400-acre High Park and its trails, as well as sports facilities and zoo. Its large population of immigrants from all over the globe has also made Toronto one of the most multicultural cities in the world. Both Rob and Lynn are having pan-roasted Ontario pickerel. Pickerel, the term pickerel is reserved from small fishes in the pike family. It is the leanest and Canada's best tasting freshwater fish. You'll find them served fried, grilled, baked, and broiled across the province. Robin Lynn's dish comes with roasted seasonal vegetables. Ollie, on the other hand, is enjoying a butter tart. Oh wow! Butter tarts became an iconic staple of Canadian cuisine in 1900. The sweet tart consists of a filling of a simple combination of butter, brown sugar, and eggs baked in a flaky pastry shell. Tongue twister. Till the filling is semi-solid with a crunchy top. It often has mix-ins such as nuts and raisins. The one that Ollie's having is a traditional Canadian butter tart made with sweet maple syrup. And that is the description. Toronto, the Big Apple, Canada. Eh. I have to add the teeth. Okay. And the winners are, I heard Armand's name, but I don't think he's here yet. Is he? I heard Rob said Armand, but maybe it's Frank Rowe. Frank Rowe, Daniel, John B, Keiko, and that's about it. If Armand is here and he said yes for Toronto, well, these are all the winners tonight. And remember, we are all winners. This is a contest, but we are all winning and winners to the end. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great contest. People had fun with it, and that's why we do it.
Yes.
All right.
Toronto, is that right?
Yeah, it was Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah.
Thank you, Mel. All right, so thank you guys for guessing. Hope you guys had fun with it. And Frank Rose says, congratulations to everyone who got the correct answer tonight. And Isabel says, we are winning apples. That's cute. Haha, LOL. And Sarananda says, I was with Frank Rowe on guessing. Very good, good. Cecil, he says, hello. Big hello, RobLynn. Hello to you, Cecil. Love ya. And Keiko saying, thanks, me. Yes, we're all learning here. That's what it's all about. Can we scroll up a bit? John Burla says, yippee. I got it right on my own tonight. Yay, John. No evil twin to help you. And Patricia Green says, hello, Christy, Carmela, and good job, John Barilla. Let me go back up a bit and see what people are saying. Let me go back 5 minutes ago, at least I the chat. We have Ro saying hi, Emmanuel saying hi to his friends as well. Sadananda says, hello, my ONPASSIVE family. Great topic tonight, RobLynn. If we truly look deeper into Ash ways for more than 5 years in this ONPASSIVE journey, we'll be able to identify the qualities of a good leader, which all of us can follow. Take care, all of you, and be safe. Thank you for that, Purification. That was from Purification. And Sadananda gave her a wave and a heart. Cynthia Deering is saying hi to everybody here. Hi, Cynthia. Also, Pat Green greeting her friends. Isabel Bailey's here, of course. Roy Davies says, hello, Frank Roy. He said hello to all his friends here. A long list of friends. And Emmanuel Onyeguli, hi, how are you? Musa Kumar is here. Hi, Musa Kumar. Maybe you can come on and we can hear you tonight. Let's see if we can hear your audio if you come to the panel. That would be really nice. Oh, Latoya says, I'm actually here, but the stream is buffering. Oh, really, Latoya? Try refreshing, try clearing your cache, cookies, and history. Close all the tabs that you don't need to have open except for this one tab. See if that helps you. That may help you, hopefully. And John Barilla exclaims, we are all RobLynnLivers. Frank, okay, I said that already. Keiko did that one. Are you recording, Lynn? Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. It really helps that you ask. What we do is we try to record as soon as the song, your theme song, we play it on the live stream. When the song stops, we record. So my husband was good. He reminded me, so that is very helpful. Charmaine says, congratulations to all. I would have loved to have a butter tart. Me too. That looks so good. All right, and we got Patricia, Patty, Andrea Cola. She says, big hi to Lynn. My sign name is this. I love you by the mouth because I smile a lot. So that's my sign name for smiling. And she says, big hi, Lynn and everyone.
All right. Are we
back to you, Patty.
All right, we're at 49, not too shabby for a start.
Very good.
Well, let's kick this thing off. We've got a little bit of a presentation. Thanks, Mel, for handling the contest.
From Charmaine.
Yes, Charmaine.
And Frank Rose says, thank you, Melanie. Nice job. Awesome, fantastic. Thank you, Mel, for running our contest several days a week. We appreciate you. You volunteer all the time, and you have a heart for us, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
And if you hadn't noticed the hats, RobLynnLive is lit. Oh, yeah. We're just getting started now.
That's right.
I needed a comfort room break. That's all I needed. A little bit of coffee, and we ready to rumble. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Charmaine says, hello to all RobLynnLivers.
Okay, let's talk announcements. Can we? Should we? Shall we? We will. Migration without hesitation. Oh, yeah. Sign your NDA or NDAs if it's plural, meaning more than one. Get your affiliate link or links, meaning more than one. Check out the newest website, if you would. And check out the YouTube channel. Ooh, it's getting more and more busy on that YouTube channel for OnPassive. Check out the website, as we mentioned. Check out Mr. Nazal. That's Mr. Mohammed William Nazal, and he's got his very own little platform right there on X, formerly Twitter. So let's do it. Check your profile in the OES and O Founders for accuracy. Why? Because you need your phone number to be correct, you need your country to be correct, you need your name to be correct, etc., etc., etc. Also, check out your alternate email in Google, Yahoo, Proton Mail, Zippity-Doo-Dah Mail, any mail, hot mail, cold mail, medium mail, whatever mail you've got for being accurate, only because at this time anyway, O-Verify is going to send a one-time password to that alternate email. You want to be ready, set, and ready to go. You might attend as many webinars and chats and OConnects as time allows. Stay focused, stay alert, and ready to go, 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 go. Boom, baby, kaboom, baby, boom. Tonight's topic, qualities of a good leader, qualities of a great leader. All the same. Ollie's question of the evening is, what makes you, we say again, do you, RobLynnLive? I say it one more time, since I didn't say it to begin with. Do you, RobLynnLive?
Yes, I do.
All right, it's a good thing. We're all RobLynnLivers here. We're sitting strong at 50, and we're on our way up, 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 and away. All right, let's talk topic. Let's talk tonight's topic. Let's talk qualities of a good to great leader. All right, there. And Ollie's question, as I mentioned, is what makes you a good leader? And if you're here and you have people in your organization, you're a leader. You're a leader. So what makes you such a good leader? Well, there are a number of qualities of a good leader, depending on the context and the type of leadership requiring, but some are common and recognized. Okay, there's a number that are required, and there are some that are pretty common. So let's scroll up just a bit and take a look at the first one. And what is that? Vision. Ash has a vision, had a vision, and still has a vision. Well, a good leader has a vision, to have a clear vision and can articulate to others. Man, I didn't spell that right, but I phonetically said it, so
Good.
we're good.
That's good.
Yeah. Unlike some of the other words that we have in the dictionary. Okay, without going into detail there, we'll leave that one alone. The vision provides direction and purpose. We all need a direction. We all need a purpose if we're going to be leaders. Integrity. Got to have some integrity here. Leaders with integrity earn trust and respect by being honest. Well, they're also transparent, and they're consistent in their actions. All things that every one of these qualities you've got already. It's just a matter of fine-tuning them, putting them into action, putting them in motion. Then there's empathy. Empathetic. Are you empathetic? Well, positive and supportive workplace comes from understanding and emphasizing empathy with others, causing one to be effective and leading to some personal relationships being established. It's okay to get to know your folks. It's a good thing. You don't have to go out to dinner with them every Saturday night or every Sunday morning for bagels, but it's a good way if you're empathetic and you're positive, you support all the people within your organization. There's an understanding that comes with empathy. Oh boy, let's just say empathy with others, causing one to be effective. Okay, Then there's communication skills. You gotta have communication skills. You can't just sit there like this and expect someone to follow you as a leader. You've got to communicate. To be a good leader, one must be a good listener. And there are times when I must admit I'm not the best listener, but it's important that you be a good listener, a very good listener, have the ability to express ideas clearly. You want to be clear and concise. There's no reason to go on like I did last night with all those run-on sentences towards the end. That wasn't very leadership quality type, but I was trying to make a point, I guess. And okay. Well, it's important for an effective leader to communicate the vision, communicate, the goals, and the expectations to everyone. Very, very important. Ali is not taking his eyes off us. He is watching us. Then there's confidence. Evidence of confidence inspires others to be confident. If you're confident, your folks are going to be confident. A good leader must believe in themselves. Shows through with confidence and be open to constructive criticism. Hey, it's okay. You don't always get everything right as a leader. And if there's somebody there to help pick up the pieces, like we are for each other, and have the ability to learn from one's mistakes, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to stumble, rumble, and bumble.
That's right.
Occasionally.
How do you improve? How do you grow without that? Anyway?
You just pick yourself up by your bootstraps, wipe off your tushy, and away you go.
Mm-hmm.
Adaptability, accepting accountability, helps to build trust and certainly sets a positive example for others. Now, if you can adapt when a rumble, stumble, bumble falls in front of you or a stumbling block, you can adapt. It's going to help to build the trust around you. People are going to respect you. They're going to trust you. And it sets a positive example for others.
Yeah.
It's very simple. This isn't complex. You can be a good leader easily with just these points that were mentioned. Then there's inspiration. Inspirational leaders motivate their teams. Leaders take the initiative to lead by example. For example, let's say you're having a meeting and you're the leader of that meeting and you want to show something about what good leadership is. Show an example. Put something up on the whiteboard and show an example. By showing an example, it's inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
And being an inspiration to people amongst you other leaders and amongst you other participants or attendees, take the initiative to lead by example. It encourages others, and that is a good thing.
Definitely.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we okay on time? I just wanted to check. Yeah, 38, not too shabby. All right, problem-solving skills. Being a problem solver is crucial to leading others. You gotta set the example. You gotta clarify how to solve problems. And being a good problem solver is crucial. It will help you to lead others. And another case is an example. And that might be walking down the highway and you got 3 or 4 people with you. And you decide to go one way, they decide to go the other way. You know it's the right way. Well, you need to solve that problem as a leader and gather up everybody and say, hey, this is the way on the yellow brick road. Even Dorothy knows that. Patricia Green. Mm-hmm. Dorothy! Hey, those heels together. All right. Setting the example is the way. Problem solving is the way. Delegating to others happens to be another way. A successful leader distributes the workload. Don't think you can do it all yourself. Get a little help. Getting help is not a bad thing. It's a good thing because more good comes out of that. The more we delegate, the more good comes out of being a leader. And resilient. Be resilient. A good leader is able to bounce back, pick up himself off the ground if there's a setback, and he stays the course, and he focuses on the prize at the end of the rainbow, as Dorothy would say, at the end of the rainbow. And we're about to get to the end of the rainbow, at the tip of the rainbow. So commitment, a committed leader is dedicated to the success of the team or the organization. Okay, a committed leader is someone that is not only focused, but dedicated and wants nothing but success for his team. And that's what you guys are all about. You may not think you are, but step back a little bit and watch how committed your leaders are. Okay, check them out. See how they're leading you to success. And if they've got the qualities of a leader and they are showing you those qualities and they're committed and they're dedicated, this is the key, being dedicated to the success of the team, boom, you got something good there. Then you're cooking in Ash's Kitchen, where you can get anything that you want at Ash Mafara's restaurant. Cha, cha, cha.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're one family. We're one team of professionals. We're one massive movement. And we're one
ONPASSIVE.
RobLynn. RobLynn. All right, all right. And that was not a shofar that was blowing. That was me reminding myself that Mel had aloe vera last night.
Oh, that was cool.
That
She
was
probably
pretty
can
special.
show it again tonight.
Oh, I'll bet she will.
Mhm.
If she didn't already eat it all or use it all on herself. What's the matter, Al? Trying to get up.
Okay, you.
All right. I can handle it. All right. I sprayed his itchy. Okay. All right. Good boy, Al. I think the youngster has to go to the comfort room. All right. Let's see. Let's say a few more hellos while we're at it. If that's okay, let's see, the time is 8:40. I will go another 5 minutes or so. Anil is here. And Charmaine says, thanks for listing out the qualities of a good leader. It certainly is not easy being a leader at all. That's true. Hats off to those who are dedicated in the ONPASSIVE global family. And yes, cooking in Ash Mafar's restaurant does help. Very true, C2. All right, let's scroll up a bit. Say hello to Balas. I think Lynn already did, but I'm going to do it too. There's Charmaine. There's Muthu Kumar is in the house. SK, thank you for being here. And Emmanuel again, hello to you, sir. Thank you for being here. And Balas, of course, is here. He's from India. Yeah, we got Indians here tonight at the 8 o'clock hour. It's early in India, but they're still here. Michael Chatta is in the chat. Hello, Michael. Thank you for saying hello to everybody. And let's see what we got here. We did do the ONPASSIVE Where's Ollie contest. We have done what do you call it? What do you call it? We did the presentation. Yes, and a good leader would have known that. All right. So let's keep scrolling while we wait for Miss Nakamoto and see who else is here. Sadananda, of course. And let's see who else. There's got to be some others. I know there's others. Here we go. Nell is here. Emmanuel's here. Balas is here. Michael's here. Melanie Marcano is in the house. Carmela Schwartz, the fire girl, her is here and in the house. And who else is? Let's keep scrolling. Pat Green's here. Dorothy. Dawn Swihart is here along with her husband DL. McConaughey. And Success is Now Yours is the one and only Toy Him. And she's here. Who else is here? I think I've covered the bases. We're at 56 of you souls here, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I'm going to make sure that this is unlocked, and it is. And now, without further ado, I believe in a few minutes, we're going to go on over to community chat.
All righty. Let's do that.
We hope you got a little bit of value out of our little presentation tonight, talking about the qualities of a good leader. And we want to know what separates you as a leader from other leaders. We'd like to hear that.
All right, so we got the ticker that explains what to do to be a panelist. Click the speaker request icon. So what I'll do is I'm going to enable that speaker request icon in a bit, and then you will see a speaker icon on the bottom panel will appear. It's going to be a new icon that you don't usually see. It's a person, not the person with the plus. It's a person icon with wavy sound waves around it. That's the way you request to be a speaker, so you can be on our community time panel. You click on it. I will be informed. On the upper right-hand side of my screen, it'll say a number. If one person requested to be a speaker, I'll see 1. If it's like 5 people, I'll see 5. All I have to do is accept the request, and you'll be on the panel within a matter of a few seconds.
It's just seconds, right?
It's pretty fast.
Yeah, the first night it was maybe 10 seconds, then 5 seconds. Now it's 3 or 4.
It's really good. Okay, so I'm going to enable it now. So all you got to do is look on the bottom. You'll see a new icon. It's a person, again, with wavy wavy marks around it. Curve, like a curve, like a parenthesis almost. And when you see that, all you got to do is click it. And already I see 3 people who have clicked it. We got Robert Stifler.
Come on down, Robert. John the Tin Man is here. Hello, Tin Man.
Greg Lakin.
Gregory Lakin in the house.
Pat Green.
Patricia Green in the house, joining us on the panel. Oh, double Mel.
Paul. Oh, good. Nice, nice. Let me.
Is that the plant guy?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on gallery view so everybody can see them. There we go.
All right, all right, all right.
Lovely.
Look at these fine folks stepping into to the ball game.
Hi, everybody.
All right, are you going to be signing with Robert again?
Has Chrome, so I'll be signing certain things to him, but not the whole thing. He has Chrome browser. Hi, welcome. Happy you're here, Robert. Yay.
Good stuff, Robert. Good stuff.
Good.
All right. Oh, welcome back, the plant guy. All right.
He's been busy. That's why we haven't seen him. He said, I have captions on and it's good. This is what Robert's saying. I can see everyone speaking. He sees the captioning.
Good, 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 Robert.
And that's, again, we want to let everyone know it's through the Chrome, right?
The Chrome browser.
We're using Edge. Oh, he's using Edge. Edge has a live
Edge too,
PC.
also.
That's nice to know. Good. Yay.
All right. We like Chrome for that, and Edge too.
Chrome and Edge.
All right. Wow. The gang is building up here. Did you miss anybody at the top right? 3, 6. So 8 here. Wow. And there's
there's a difference between the iPad and laptop, the look of the CC, but it's good for deaf to have that, the live CC. Deaf need that. He said, yes, they do. You're right.
all right, all right, all right. We might as well kick this shindig off.
Oh, one more person requesting.
Uh-oh. Who could it possibly be?
Donald.
Donald.
We'll find out.
Oh, we know who Donald is. That's Mr.
DL. Oh, it's DL. I keep looking for DL. It's Donald. All right. DL.
Not Donald Duck. It's Donald McConaughey. All right. All right. Now we're getting there. 3, 6, 9. All right. That's the way we like it. And we can have up to 125 on the first page. Hello, Don. DL. Looks like the Secretary General is in the background there. So we're good to go, it looks like. Yay. All right, all right, all right. Speaking of leaders.
We have 2 Gregs here.
All right. We've got a Greg double G, and we've got a Gregory single G. Very easy to differentiate the two, although they both do have a little facial hair. But I think I can tell them apart. I think I can. All right. Now, did we want to do the hands raised thing, or do we want to just point somebody out?
Is anybody inspired to say something?
Yeah. Anybody inspired out there? about being a leader and what it takes.
Qualities of a great leader. What your opinion is.
All right, we need somebody to step out there with a hand raised. Come on.
Or
Oh, wait a minute. There's
it could be also about, we got Paul with a raised hand,
all right.
Melanie as well as Pat. 3 hands raised. Oh, and we have Elizabeth Bade. Do you see her on the panel right now, you guys? I don't see her. Elizabeth. Oh, there she is. There she is.
All right.
She's got her hand raised. Ooh, we got 5 hands raised.
Holy mackerel, Andy!
I am impressed.
I like it. Well, let's start off with Paul, since he's been on sabbatical for a few days.
Yeah. And so I was going to add that if you guys can talk about the qualities of a great leader, you can also talk about if you know someone who has been a great leader. That would be also interesting to me to hear. All right, go for it, Paul.
Thank you so much. Exciting and tremendous to be back, and so good to see everybody. Yeah, let me give you all a hand. There's John, my favorite. Well, I've had the opportunity to be around a lot of leaders on in the job that I do, and over the years, I've noticed something real striking. I've noticed the difference between leaders in a corporate environment where there's like a public company versus leaders that have a small business. And what I've noticed is leaders in a companies like a Citibank, those leaders treat their employees a certain way. They handle them a certain way. They speak to them a certain way, and it's with a certain degree of respect, a certain tone of voice, and a certain way they approach them. And it's very disciplined, and it's very respectful. On the other hand, I've been around a lot of companies where there's a one owner. It's not a public company. It's a mom and shop business. And believe you me, the way I see those leaders treat their employees, not in every instance, but very disrespectful. Sometimes they speak down to them. They'll curse at them in front of everyone else. They'll call them all kinds of names. They'll demean them. I mean, it's really eye-opening to me for me to notice the difference. And what I take away from that is when you are a leader and there's a group of folks that you are responsible towards, that's like a board that's above you, that you have to report to, then you have to treat people a certain way. When you're in a one-man shop, there's no one above you, there's no board you have to report to, there's nobody you're accountable to. You speak to your employees just about in any way you want to, because there's no consequence. So that's been a real eye-opener for me. And what I take from that is when you're a leader, you need to be able to handle people a certain way. You have to speak to them a certain way so they feel comfortable, so they feel appreciated, so they feel respectful, and just being comfortable around you. And that's very important. Otherwise, you'll find people will be ducking when you show up. So what I noticed about Ash, I like the way he handles the folks around him, because I mean, I have some divinative perception, and I can see people around him are jockeying for position or jockeying to be as close to him as possible. And there's a lot of jockeying going on, and he has to handle these different, characters and emotions and around him, and let everyone feel acceptable and feel comfortable and feel wanted and feel respected. So that's my take on leadership. My angle is being able to handle people in a certain way so they feel comfortable around you and want to be around you, want to perform for you, want to work for you, want to give up their best. And you can inspire people to do their best. What more can you ask? Thank you.
Oh, there I am. I'm not muted anymore. Yeah. The executive producer walks away with our doggy, and I just can't tell whether I'm muted or not, but I'm not muted now.
Keep looking and checking. There you go.
Okay, you clean them?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. All right. If you're wondering why I was squinting, it's because I didn't have my glasses. Ooh, look at that. Look, I can see John Barilla now. All right, I can see clearly now. All right, now, let's try, could we go to Elizabeth for a second? Because she has a little internet issue every now and then. So Elizabeth, speak to us, will you?
You get to go first.
Second. Elizabeth Baudet, come in, please.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hi, RobLynn. Can you hear me?
Hey, we may have better luck with no picture, so go ahead and speak without it for now.
Or she can try turning it
Or
on.
try
Okay, you can hear me.
You are audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, it's been so difficult. Can you hear me still?
Yes, it's clear.
Hello. Okay, all right.
Robert says
Look, first thing first, I just want to let you know that my flag is probably not showing because I'm roaming, I think.
Oh.
So I cannot see the PNG flag, my name, yeah. Because I've checked everything in the profile and it's okay, but my flag is not showing with my name. So that's okay. I'm here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that would happen.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us a little about leadership. I'm sure you're one of the leaders in PNG.
Yes.
So.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Wow. You talk about leadership, Rob. I have been a leader since I was small, I think, in my family environment, in the villages that I have lived. I have seen myself really, I stood out in the communities that I have lived in. And it went all the way to the school grounds when I became the, the house prefects that you have. And then you go all the way up to be a school captain. And I was one of those. Now, in the 60s and 70s, we had, young people who were just coming out in Papua New Guinea to be educated and to be brave, to get out there and be the best public servant and the civil servant in the system of the government and all of those things. And when you talk about leadership, my goodness, I have found myself to be very fast in my promotions in the jobs that I have held. And in those places, I have found out that I had to be a real good leader to keep all those human beings together in one team to work together. And somebody mentioned about how you treat people and how you react to them and how you work with them is just so very important. And I know that I've experienced that many, 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 many times. To cut a long story short of my leadership career that I have handled over the years, I can see that I'm a leader also in my family. In Papua New Guinea, yes, we undermine the women, but there are women who are really standing out. And the school that I went to, Yarapos Mercy College, has a motto called "A Valiant Woman." And I feel that I kind of picked up those qualities and blended into what I was born to be. And I'm pretty sure those education that the nuns gave us really put me out there. And I had respect from the men counterparts wherever I worked. So that was great for me to see that I was a leader. I mean, maybe I was not a proud leader. I was just a humble little leader. But people were around me. I was surrounded by so many people, men, women, children, young people. And still today, I see that it's happening. And the good experience that I would want to share with you is ONPASSIVE. I all of a sudden became a leader in the Papua New Guinea team back in 2021 when I joined. I quickly picked it up and found out that I need to put a team together in Medang province. Lynn, if you can remember, I showed you a picture. One day we were having a face-to-face meeting and I showed you on my camera, on my phone. that we were getting together. Okay, it was during that time that I found out that, wow, I'm going to be a leader in ONPASSIVE, I think, because when I called a meeting, the members just turned up, and that was it. And I kind of ignited the fire, and the group just grew and grew, and that's where it is now. We have a Medellin Lighthouse team that was started by me.
Yay.
But that's where I saw my. Yeah, thank you, Lynn. And I was nervous actually when David Bakau asked me to become a leader of ONPASSIVE in Papua New Guinea, and I'm going, oh no, I just joined and I'm scared. I don't want to be one of those. But when I came out, I am now seeing that yes, I am a leader because people are still contacting me, even though I'm in Australia. There are members coming to me, on a Telegram group and even Facebook and stuff to ask where I am and if I can give a help, something like that. So yes, when you talk about leader, yes, it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of sacrifices even, because you have to lead people and you have to really lead in a nice way so they can follow you or they can be with you for that matter. And I found that it's really good to be a leader anyway, because you see how many people you draw to you to work with. So, I mean, I'm not saying this thing here to boast and all that, but I'm just letting you know that automatically when you are a born leader, you will have people around you. And I think that's all I want to share. Thank you, Lynn and Rob.
All right, Elizabeth, your audio was excellent.
It was really clear today.
Your audio is excellent. Hats off to the engineers.
Thank you. I want to say more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I wasn't able to keep track of who's next, so I'm going to probably step on my tongue here. But anyway, go ahead, Pat, and then we'll go to Mel. Patricia Green. Dorothy!
Hello, can you hear me?
You're audible, Dorothy.
I think a good trait of a good leader is they listen. They listen and they teach, and they they're there when you need them or you want them there. They kind of disappear when you don't, which is kind of nice because I don't always feel like I need a babysitter, you know what I mean? And I've had really good bosses in my life and really good leaders. I had one bad experience where the gentleman thought he would bully me. And it got so bad, it got to the point where I was in tears when I knew I had to talk to him, which I never understood that, but it's kind of like, that's been my one experience of a bad leader. But you got to consider I've worked since I was 16 years old. And so I've been around a lot of leaders in my life, a lot of supervisors. So one out of, all the many that I've had through the years, I guess I consider that I'm blessed, It's just, and I think a leader knows when to have hands-on. They teach you how to do things. They're patient, they care, and they know when, okay, they've got this, leave them alone, let them do what I've taught them to do. They can do this, I don't need to stand over them every minute of the day and watch them, which is really nice, I think. And they're very motivated. They're very inspired to try new things, and they're not afraid to try new things, which is nice because, you can get stuck in a rut sometimes. And when you're around leaders that are willing to try some new things, sometimes it makes it really nice. And it changes things in your day some, and you got to get used to that too. But I like the leaders that I've had in my life. On a personal level, I think the best leaders I've had, and this is not putting down my mom and dad, okay, but the Davises, they taught me, you're part of our family. We'll treat you like you're part of our family. We love you. We care about you. We want you around. When you get out of line, we're gonna set limits, which is good, and we're also going to teach you things. I remember Mrs. Davis taught me, and she was trying to teach me the silverware. When you sit down, when you're at a nice dinner, and what silverware goes with what, and how to sit there and be a lady. Not that I wasn't, but learn how to grow and be around people that maybe you wouldn't have necessarily known before. But she taught me manners, which is really nice, and she was really caring. She was a really neat lady. In her 60s, she was teaching people how to do computers, how to not work on them, but work with them. And I thought that was really neat because a lot of older people were shying away from computers when she was out there teaching people how to use them. And I thought that was really exciting. And she was a draft person. She was a draftswoman. She would make pictures of townhomes and different things, and do the architect work kind of thing for them, um, and that was really neat. And she helped raise her kids, on that income, and she's really a blessing, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again someday, her and Mr. Davis and the whole family. But anyway, to me in my life, they were leaders because they cared to teach, they cared to watch, they cared to be there, they cared to observe, they cared to help. They took the hands off when they knew that I was okay, and let me try things on my own too. So I was really blessed to have them in my life too. So to me, that's a good leader. So anyway, that's all I had to say.
Once again, I'm muted. Unbelievable.
That's that.
I know. I got it. Okay. Well, now that I'm not muted, let's go to Mel Mel. Mel Mel, speak to us.
Yes, Rob. Good evening, everybody here. Good night, good evening, good morning. Good leaders, yes. Like Rob and Lynn, lead by example. People gravitate to you when you're a good leader. And for sure, you and Lynn, Rob and Lynn, we do gravitate to you. So you're definitely a good leader. A good leader, sorry, because it's two of you. So good leaders lead by example. Good leaders want to build others who are, well, I wouldn't say under them, but who follow them. That's, characteristics of good leaders, right? And you show that all the time, night after night, day after day.
Yeah.
Good leaders demonstrate strength. So the more people would put them down, the more people would try to compete and flatten them, is the stronger they get and the more they soar. That's examples of good leaders. Good leaders want people to succeed. So when they pull in people with them, when they gravitate to them, they show the ropes, they teach you the ropes, and you sure will shine with them. That's characteristics of good leaders. That I know. That's Robin Lynn. My mom, for sure, I took after her, and many people told me that I copy the exact traits of my mom. Good, she was such a good leader that, I mean, after having all these kids and working so hard, like really hard, iron lady, my mom showed us a lot of things, even in the time when we didn't have much to make do with what we have. That is good leadership. That is making someone know that life is not just about things, life is about survival. So that was a demonstration of a good leader. That was my mom. My dad too, but he was a little bit on the weaker side, as always. But anyhow, my mom, yes. And I know that I am a good leader because I will build my strength when people talk. I will show them that it's not them who put me here, it's the one above. So with everything that is being said, I know that I am a good leader. I know that I can build the strength. And it's not all the time we can take criticism, because sometimes criticism can keep you on the low, but you rise above it. You brush up and you move on. That's good leadership, right? Demonstrating good leadership. And also, good leadership is wanting people to go where you're going, not keeping them down, but helping to build them up. So when you have a crowd, or when you have, even if it's 2 or 3 or more people, as I said, you show them the ropes and they will gravitate to you. And that I see in a good leader. And as Paul said, good leaders are not people you can compete in certain ways, but not be competitive to lament over someone and to bring someone down and you think you're going up. This is not good leadership. Good leadership is wanting to go where the other one go, to hold their hands. That's good leadership. And Ash has taught us that. Prime example. So I know in my heart of hearts that I am a leader, I am a good leader, and I want to respect people and I want people to respect me. I want to help people and I want people to help me. And this is my leadership characteristics. I took it from above as well. I want to follow his leadership. So this is my take, RobLynn. Thank you for giving me that chance. Thank you.
Thank you for being the leader that you are, and I am unmuted. How about that? I'll be done. Let's go to Greg Lakin. Greg, talk to us, brother. Unmute. Okay. Uh-oh. Greg is unmuted, but we can't hear you, Greg. You might have to refresh. I hate to say that word sometimes. Yeah, boy. My boy. Yeah. Oh, back to business. Okay. Greg, can you hear us? We can't hear you for some reason.
He's unmuted.
Okay. Would making him a co-host do anything?
No. He has to refresh.
Greg, you're going to have to refresh. Give it one of these, refresh, and I think we'll get your volume. Right now, we can't hear you.
Cannot hear.
Cannot hear.
We'll come back to him.
We'll come back to Greg.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we'll come back to you, Greg, if you can hear us. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see.
Who wants to speak next? We're going to be carrying Ollie a bit. He's uncomfortable, so he's kind of wants to be babied, so we'll make sure we baby him tonight, okay? Okay.
All right, back to business. Let's see. Is that
Greg is waving. Greg
Hill. Go ahead, Mr. Hill. Unmute.
There you go.
Takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
The unmute button could speed up more.
Yeah.
That's just part of technology, as we find all the time. It's just another thing that is a little frustrating, but that's all good. So as far as qualities of a great leader, I never try to look at myself as a great leader. I think I'm a good encourager if I was to talk about myself, and I just am not good at doing that. But I've had the most people I've had in my company was I had 14 employees. It was a good learning experience. I learned that once you take on people underneath you, that they're working for you, you really learn about who you really are. And being able to treat others fairly no matter what their skills are in the industry I was in, is a challenge, because you are looking for quality stuff, and you're looking for the work to be completed and everything. But I always looked at everybody that's working for me as I never looked down on them. I always looked at them as, what makes me better than them? Nothing. Not a single thing. I'm no better than anybody else. There's a lot of people that carry that mentality or about other people. It's a sad thing in our society, but it's all that. Those are the me, my, I people. I'm not into the me, my, I people. I'm into, this is a job that needs to get done, and if I can help you do it, I will do it. And if there's something that you are missing, I want to know. And the best thing we have is communication. And if we can start with having communication, then we can accomplish something. If you don't know, then ask. It's not like I'm going to look down on you because you don't know. It's because you just don't know. That's all. So, and if I can learn something from the person that's working for me, believe me, I will, and I have. So in the future, when I had look at the situation as far as where I'm going with ONPASSIVE, or with people that I'm meeting and dealing with, I'm not going to look at you down. I'm looking at you as an equal, and maybe you need help, and maybe I do. And I want to tell you something. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's just the way it is. And if I can learn something, I'm going to ask. If I don't know, I'm going to ask. If you don't ask, how do you learn? So I'm not afraid to ask somebody. That's just the way it's going to be. It's kind of like my sister. My sister used to say to me, she's my younger sister. She would say to me, "How come? How come?" All I could say was because. But the thing of it was, it kind of aggravated me. But she wanted to learn, and I look at that all the time, and I think, well, when somebody wants to know something, if they don't ask me, then it's not my fault. It's just the fact that they don't know how to communicate, and I'm not looking at them any differently because they don't know. That's pretty much me as a person dealing with the people that I've dealt with in my company over the years. And I really enjoy building people up. I enjoy being able for them to be able to learn something. And when they do, they're appreciative of it. And I think that's really an awesome thing. It's like a payback when somebody thanks you for teaching them something. Nowadays, it's a strange world in the building industry, only because there's people out there that want $25 an hour and they can't even read a tape measure. So, and I look at that as kind of strange, because I remember working for $1.60 an hour and $140 a week, or 40-hour a week, and I knew a whole lot more than they did. But I don't look down on them any differently. It's just the fact that if you don't know, you have to ask, and that's how I look at things. And it's my motto has always been, nothing ventured is nothing gained. So as a leader, I hope I do my best. If you ever ask something of me, I hope I can help if I can. And if there's something I don't know, well, then tell me. Mel and I had a little interesting conversation, and I didn't know about something, but I kind of did at the same time. But we had a good conversation about that. It was just on texting, and we both, I think, learned something out of that. The main thing was I didn't look at her any differently because she didn't know what I knew, or I didn't know what she knew. Being a great leader is being able to accept the fact that you'll listen to somebody else. If you can't listen to somebody else, then your ears aren't open, and you're not open to learning. And that's about all for now.
All right, Gregory, who says he's not a leader. All right. Well, I would beg to differ with you, because obviously if you can lead 14 people in an industry as tough as construction, you're a leader, brother.
Well, I don't know. I see a lot more people doing with a lot more other people, but that's me.
Okay. I honestly don't see any other hands. Now, we need to hear from Greg. Do you want to try one more time? Go ahead. unmute and let's see if we can hear you about being a leader.
Could you read James Helms?
Jane Helms
Okay.
says, Gregory,
Oh, okay, we hear.
Can I
We hear you.
audible now?
Yes.
you're audible.
Okay. Well, I tried in the great nation of the state of Vermont, but unfortunately I am not like listened to very much, even though I was a state senator at the time. She's now working for Lamoille something as a vice president. She's on Facebook, and I don't. I mean, I've talked to her many times about ONPASSIVE, and she's still. I don't know if people in Vermont got to get together with the new technology, because I am we're in the state of rapidly increasing in population for Vermont, but still there's many. I mean, the homes are not fitted right, and they have the group shelter, and I mean all things that money can help. But I mean, I'm on the SSI. I can't do anything yet. And also, I feel the need to quickly get off petroleum energy. This planet has gone through the highest temperature in over 125,000 years before a human or Homo sapiens was around, and it's all due mostly to petroleum. But if we don't stop it, we're gonna get worse. And before I joined ONPASSIVE, I was really into groups like Greta Thunberg and all her we have the technology. It's here. I mean, Nikola Tesla did it 100 years ago, but it's not done yet. And I don't know.
Well, you keep speaking about it, and you keep leading people to non-petroleum sources, and that's the true sign of a leader. So don't give up the ship just because maybe it's a little difficult to convince people of things. That's what I would say.
Well, yeah, but also the thing about electric engines and HO engines are different. I mean, electric engine use such like rhodium and other, which in a lot of countries like Africa, they have little kids mining this without supervision, and it's I don't know. I mean, H2O was always better, and we had a man named Stanley Myers that had a H2O car, but he was kind of poisoned 24 years ago or 25 years ago. And the problem is increasing, and we have to do something about it really quickly, or we're gonna be like the sixth extinction of this population. All the other creatures on it are affected. But I don't know.
Well, keep plugging away. Keep doing what you're doing. You're obviously doing something right because it's getting more and more attention across the globe. So keep leading the way, Greg. That's what I would say to you at this point. Keep leading the way. we're under a little bit of a time constraint tonight because we were going to try to go maybe at 10 o'clock and join up with the people on the Let's O just to show our support. But we'll stay as long as you guys want to stay. I mean, that goes without saying. So thank you, Greg. Let's swing over to Israel and have Carmela. Then we'll go to Dawn. Go ahead, Carmela. Carmela, unmute. Unmute, woman, unmute.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you're audible.
Thank you. Good leader is someone like RobLynn, like Ash Mufarah. We have many names. I don't want to mention all of them in our company. Good leaders is someone who takes you to the top and give and show you the way, respect you and listen to you. And you want to be like him because what he's done. Good leader you can see in army. You have commander. You have to see the people go after them and do what they say. And they are like an army after the big leader that is taking them after him. Sometimes we see bad leaders, but they are in the top and they don't want to go out. We have one in Israel, our prime minister. He sits on the chair. You can't move him. This is a bad. He was once a good leader, but he have been changed. He don't listen to anyone else. He see only himself and his goodness. He don't see the people around him. He's like a blind. So there are some leaders that they stay. They was good in the beginning, but then after a while they become bad because they don't see the others, they don't respect the others, they think they are I don't know, they have themselves because they become so big, they forget where they come from, because we are all a human being. And when you become a big leader, you have to still be a human person. Don't forget from where you come. Even you are a big leader. People knows your name. People know who you are. People vote for you. But and then you forgot who you come from and what you have to still done and to continue to be a good leader. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I'm muted again. Ay, 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 ay. All right, it's the excitement of being here on a Friday night. All right, let's go from Israel. Let's swing on over to Ohio. Let's see, it's Dawn Swihart. Go ahead, Dawn.
Well, I don't know if I'm looking at it in a different view. I was a Girl Scout leader for 11 years, and with some terrific girls. 2 of them were my daughters. And you have to be a good listener, especially with girls, because when they come from school, they all have problems with what went on that day. And so you've got to be a good listener. Let them talk and get their frustrations out, and let's get on with our meeting, But that's how girls are. And you have to be a good organizer. You've got to be ready for them and a good communicator. But it was a great thing that I was able to do many years ago, and became very close to 12 girls that are still, I mean, they're in their 40s now and they have their own children, and it's wonderful to see how they've blossomed and became successful. And it was nice to know that I was part of their life and help them get started, you know, a little bit. And then plus I was a director of Christian education, which that's another ball game when you get involved with the churches and stuff. And but it made me a stronger person and gave me stronger faith. But I don't know. I know I'm looking at it a different view from maybe what everybody else has been talking about, but there's so much that goes along with being a good leader in different directions. But those were the important things for me in life, especially with my children growing up. That's about all I have to say.
Well, being in the Girl Scouts as a leader, you grew with the girls, if you think about it, because you couldn't have been that old when you had, if I do my math right. At any rate, I'm sure that you learned from them as well as they learned from you. I don't think there's any doubt.
I had two daughters that were in Scouts. They were just a year and a half apart. But then also at the meetings, I had two little boys I had to drag along. Plus my co-leader, she had her daughter and then her other three little children. So it was very interesting meetings every week, you know. But it was great. It was I still have some great friendships with those girls yet, and it's just it was a great experience for me and them. I think mostly for me, and I miss my daughters terribly, but they're
going to have to move a little closer to mom and dad. That's all there is to it. That's how it works. I've been trying that for 20 years. It's not working for me.
No.
They've got to live their own lives.
That's all I have to share, you know, about leadership, and, you know, but you do have to be a good listener. You got to be a good communicator. That's the most important. Or you can't be a leader. You have to listen.
Well, that's true. Are you doing a handoff to DL, or is he just going to stand there and look pretty?
Sit down here and talk? I'll let him sit here.
All right. We play the musical chairs thing too. And I want to back up the bus just a minute. We're not going to be in a rush to go anywhere. We're here for RobLynnLive and RobLynnLive and RobLynnLive. So I may have spoken a little bit too far out of line, or maybe just put the cart after the horse. So the horse ran over the cart. I don't know. Either way, whatever the darn saying is, we want to stay here as long as you guys want to stay here. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Okay, let's see. I think we're going to, we're going to DL first and then to Anil.
All right.
Go ahead, Mr. McConaughey.
Thanks for having us tonight, Rob and Lynn, and everybody on the panel, and everybody in the chat as well. So most of my leadership, I think, came from initially playing high school sports. I mean, that's where I thought really got my first taste of leadership. But it came mainly when I was in the military, very young, actually. I served 3 years in the Far East when I was 18, 19 years old. So I grew up real quick, and you had to have certain qualities as far as a leader. And I certainly had a team over there. And one of the first things that I learned is that you never tell anybody to do anything that you're not willing to do yourself. That's the first thing that I learned. And you also got to be able to delegate authority to tell folks what they need to do, basically, because each member of your team is always different. So you got to treat them different. You got to have compassion and understanding, but you also got to be firm. You also got to tell them, what needs to be done, and they need to do it. And I think a lot of that carried over to me on the outside as well. So it's a continual growing experience for sure, as far as leadership qualities and your character. You never stop learning. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say. And you got to be empathetic too. It's kind of a combination of tonight's lesson versus last night's lesson. I think if you put both of those together, you can come up with a pretty rounded approach to any team members that you do have. So the bottom line, I think, is what I found out is that when you have a team like that and you show leadership, you have to treat everybody in that team differently because they are different people. But the overall bottom line is that it is a team effort, and you got to do what's best for the team. So that's where I'm at. So back to you, Rob. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, and I agree with you on the military thing. When I came out of the service, I found myself being even more of a leader when it came to where I worked, even where I played on a softball team. I mean, they couldn't seem to come to an agreement on who should lead the team. So I just said, well, I know I'm a leader. I'm going to lead the team. We may not win any games, but I'm here to tell you I've got the skills for that. And it was fun. It was fun. So the military is a good way. The church is a good way. Church leadership is really difficult in this day and age, from what I read and what I see. Same thing with synagogues and mosques. There's always people that want to have an opposing view or go this way or go that way. And it takes a strong leader to bring them back to center course. And that's all I'm going to say for now, because we need to go over to Anil. Anil, if you can unmute there in India, we know you can do that. And if you can put your camera on, that'd be good too.
Very good morning. Am I audible?
You're audible, sir. And you guys in India have me saying am I audible to everybody. I was in the at the gas station earlier today, and I said to the guy, "Am I audible?" The guy wasn't even listening to me, and I just spit that out like it was second nature. So yes, you're audible. Go ahead, Anil.
So I'm actually from a state named Kerala in India, which is also nicknamed God's own country. So I belong to that state, and I also I'm also a member of Incredible India, a group which is busy in taking webinars for ONPASSIVE. Advising, educating our founders regarding ONPASSIVE. Now, as far as leadership is concerned, I'm talking about my own career. That is, during my career span of 26 years, almost 18 years, I was working as a manager, a regional head, and a GM. And whatever qualities that I got was from my father, who was working for Air Force. He was working in the Air Force, and I have seen him leading his team of 250 engineers. So during my career, that is whatever I'm speaking, what I'm going to say is through that 2018, that is 26 years of experience. And out of the 26 years, almost 18 years, I had worked as a manager. So the first thing what I used to do when I reach my office, the first thing what I used to inquire was the health condition of my subordinate family members. Because that the freedom which I gave to my subordinates was they used to come and talk to me everything regarding their family issues. And I used to give them a very good advice. So as far as a good leader is concerned, what I feel is a leader is a person who gives the entire credit of success to his teammates and takes the responsibility single-handedly if the team fails to do any task. And not only that, a leader never considers himself as a leader. He should never think that he's a leader. Instead, when you talk about me, I was very happy when I found or when I see my subordinates performing better than me. So that is the most important thing which a leader should have. Because whenever a person who is under him performs better than him, he should feel happy and he should take all the steps to see that he reaches on top. So that is what I think a real leadership is. Because leadership means your subordinates should be comfortable under you. For that, I'll give you an example. That is in 2005, when I resigned on some medical grounds, the management had to recall me, stating that the team was not prepared to work without me. And I think that is my success. Anyway, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this chance.
Thank you. You opened some eyes right there, including mine, especially mine. I enjoyed what you said, and I took it all in. And wow, I can see you're quite the leader, sir. I hope you'll come back often to RobLynnLive. We'd love to have you on the panel as often as you'd like to come back. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. All right. Where are we going next? Let's see. I don't see any hands. Don't make me call on you.
Did everybody speak already?
No, everybody didn't speak already.
John hasn't.
John Barilla. Let's go, John. Raise that little hand of yours. Let's hear from you.
Right, I knew you were gonna. All right. Okay. Quite simply, because everyone has said everything, not going to reiterate, but a great leader is a good listener, listens well, and thinks of others first, and leads by the example that they set in the life that they lead, so that others that they may be leading sees what they are, and that makes a great leader. That's and I don't need to say any more. Everyone's put all the little points in there. So that's what I would say about that. And then I'll save the rest of my time for when I get to sing a little song later, so I don't take up too much time.
All right. Thank you for that, John. JB, the Tin Man. JJB, the Tin Man. I better get that right.
That's all right.
First, I had trouble with Mayur's last name, Sherbate, and now I can't even get Barilla out. Unbelievable. All right. Well, at least the executive producer is busy with doggy. So let's see. Pedro, did you want to speak, or are you just going to be a good listener tonight? We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, sure. Most of the good things have been said already. There are some great speakers that have been around, good leaders, obviously, because they made wonderful comments about what is required. In my opinion, there are 5 things that I can think that a leader must develop. Not that he is born with them, but he can develop. First of all, he has to have a spirit of sacrifice, because that in turn will enhance him to find the good in others, what good qualities he can use and how he can help them to develop them. And so also having the other's best interest at heart, it's a motivating force for a good leader, because he'll overcome whatever obstacles are in the way. And being able to listen and make corrections when it's needed, because if the pack is not going the right way, you must explain why it's necessary to make adjustments. And being humble enough to accept suggestions as well. That is important because others can have their own viewpoint. They have their own good qualities. So if you accept suggestions and make adjustments, that can improve the overall results for the team. So those are some of the things that I have come up with because everybody else said all the good things.
Boy, I tell you what, you all have every one of you is a leader. You know the qualities. You've lived them. You're continuing to live them, and we're just pleased as punch that you guys stop by RobLynnLive and share just about all of you on a nightly basis. It means a lot and to us. So we're going to, speaking of leaders, we're going to go back to Mr. Flowerbed himself, Paul McFarland. Go ahead there, Mr. Poinsettia.
Oh, thank you, Robin. Boy, we had so many of them this year. But yeah, this was a great topic. I mean, and it's just been tremendous hearing from everyone. I mean, I thought about it too late. I should have been taking notes. I mean, physical notes. I know there's a video, but you know, I'm a lifelong college student. I just love taking notes, and I should have been taking notes from the beginning. But I was inspired by hearing to what Anil was saying about leadership. To say just a little bit about the at least based on my experience, a little bit about religious slash spiritual leadership. And when you look at it from a church perspective, a leader in that environment is someone who, like Anil mentioned, when they have mentorees around them, the whole purpose is to get those persons who they are mentoring to surpass what they have done. Not just to train them, but they're supposed to become greater than the leader, him or herself. That's the whole goal of the whole purpose of it. And what we also what I was taught and what I still believe, the leader in a spiritual environment is a servant. They don't really see themselves, or really shouldn't really see themselves as being, hey, follow me. But they are a servant. Like in the biblical example, they're willing to wash everyone else's feet. And that keeps them humble, and that gives them a great perspective on who the people around them are. And just taking a bit from what Pedro just said, in that environment too, religiously, spiritually, if you're a leader and you don't discipline someone who makes mistakes, it means you don't love them. You correct the persons that make mistakes. Correction shows that you love that person. And if you see them doing wrong and you don't correct them, it means you don't really love them. So those leaders show their love by correcting mistakes, taking action, and stopping someone from breaking boundaries and going overboard. So those are some of the few principles that I learned my spiritual training about, that kind of leadership. And boy, like you said, Rob, it's an extremely difficult environment. You're dealing with so many folks and so many different characters and personalities, and you have to be really strong to stay in a safe place, because you can just get overwhelmed. And really, we're taught, if you're not called to be that type of leader in a spiritual environment, it's extremely difficult to be successful at it. It takes just so much. Thanks again. Great topic. Great
All right.
selection.
Thank you. Hey, I'm enjoying the topic quite a bit, and I had to do very little research into what it takes to be a great leader, because I've watched leaders in my almost 5 years. I've watched people, and they all have such similar qualities. It's really amazing. They're either good listeners or they're good listeners, and they combine that with, being able to see what people's wants and needs are. That's a good leader right there, and it's a great combination. So thanks a lot, Paul. Appreciate it. I'd like to read one that's in the chat, if I may. Lynn didn't think I could pull up the chat, but I figured it out. And a good leader. This is Michael Chatta, 444. This guy does amazing stuff. He's an amazing leader. He doesn't come on lives. He doesn't put himself out there other than he puts his work out there. And his work ethic makes him a leader. And he says a good leader sees your potential, is a good listener, leads you on the right path, and always wants the best for you as from someone that's following, and being humble in every situation. That sums it up. That truly sums it up, Michael. Thank you. Thank you for that. Well, I'm going to keep scrolling, but is there anyone else that wants to? We're not going anywhere. We'll stay as long as everybody wants tonight. This is really a top shelf, Chivas Regal Scotch kind of topic, I think, at the top. And let's see who else is saying hello. Righty then. There's Latoya. She liked the words that both Paul and Michael had to say, and that's nice. And Angela Land says that's her. Okay, Angela. And we got some hashtags from the one and only Carmela Fire Schwartz. And let's see. There's Juanita. Hello. Latoya again, and an amen to Paul. And all right, without further ado, I think we're going to go back to Elizabeth Baudet. Elizabeth, unmute yourself. Talk to us from Australia. Elizabeth Baudet, you are audible.
Thank you. Okay, there is one thing that I would want to share here is that when you are a good leader, we are supposed to be approachable. Huh? Somebody that can really have time to sit down and listen to what others have got to say. I have worked with leaders who just cannot listen to what you've got to say. They just cannot allow you to approach them even and talk to them. And that, I think, is not a very good leadership quality. So I feel very strongly that I should put it out here that every leader should have time for people who would want to talk to them. It doesn't matter what type of people they are, be it a child or somebody who is disabled or old or young or whatever. We never have time to give to these people. You are yourself and you just go and you cannot listen to other people. And I think that's not a very good quality of a leader. So I feel that this has to be expressed here. Maybe we've said it in different ways, but that's just my way of seeing things. As being a leader, I need to have time for other people to come and talk to me even. You can imagine if there is a father we have in the family who just cannot listen to what the wife or the mother has to say, or even the children will have, they find it hard to go and talk to their father even, or even the mother can be so tough that they cannot have time with her. I don't think that is a very good leadership in the family. So there is a saying that I use, and that is always, a leader should always have long ears and short tongue, so we can have time for others to come and talk to you. We can have time in the family for the family to sit down and talk to each other. Even if a child has to tell you that, oh, mom, you are too tough and you are this and that, and I'm not very happy with you, and that kind of thing. So our leaders should be also prepared to accept comments that are coming from others. So that will teach us to learn and to adjust the leadership, the kind of leaders we are. So I just thought I should bring out the concept of long ears and short tongue should come out in the open. And
I like
if
that.
you understand what I'm saying, you understand
Oh, I
what
get
I'm
it.
saying.
I get it. Oh no, I
Yeah,
get it.
thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob.
All
It
right.
happens in the family situation, so please let's
Oh
stop
yeah.
that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got some stuff in. Oh yeah.
I just thought I'd bring that out, Rob. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak on this panel. Thank you, Rob and
This
Lynn.
is a grand panel, and you're a part of the grand panel, and we appreciate you very much, Elizabeth. I know you didn't raise your hand, Samuel, and I know that's not Samuel up there in South Sudan. To me, it looks like Rita. Is there any way your name is Rita?
Hello.
Hello. You thought you could fool me by changing the name, huh?
Yeah, I'm in South Sudan. This is one of the account that I'm managing. I was trying to pay it, but it was not been going through since 2 days now. I'm trying to pay completely, day, night, evening. I'm trying. It's out of the limit.
How
So that's
are
why
you
I just
trying to pay? Crypto or with a card?
no with the card.
Okay, when we're done here, you and I will hook up, and we'll try my computer paying it with a different IP address, and you can do that as long as I have all the correct information. So I'll be happy to do that
Oh,
if you
sure.
want. I've worked with countless people on doing that. So,
Rob,
and I
if
only
I
charge a
if I tell you that
75% gratuity.
there is people in South Sudan that are managing their account because they don't have a credit card, and I'm the one who, I have more than 14 that I supposed to pay, but up to now I pay like I think 4, 5, but the rest completely. Anyway, the great leader, the qualities of the great leader. This is a very beautiful topic, and I want to say hi everyone. Nice to see you. I was been listening to all your words and talk, and so beautiful. Everyone have a different view towards the leader. So I just want to ask, is leadership is something that people learn, or some of them they are born with it? For me, I believe some of the people really are born as leaders, because since they are young, they start leading whatever it is. And I have that, I've witnessed it, and I have a little bit of it. And that is why I said some of them, they are born as a leader. Without, yes, maybe you have seen something from your father or mother, like your parents, but also there is a way that whether it's universe or God directs you really to be a leader. So whatever you guys all say, that is beautiful and it is right there, different, like depends. Now I want to talk about the leadership in South Sudan. Our leaders in South Sudan is like, I think I will go a little bit with Carmela, what she said about their leaders, especially the prime minister. For us, it's not a prime minister only. No, it's not a president only. It's like you have power, like you are in a position, then you are a leader, and leader that you force yourself to be a leader, even though you know zero about leadership. But because you have that money or you are in this position, and if I disagree with you, then tomorrow I am dead. Tomorrow I will not, people will be coming to be crying in my house. So that is why this is something that, I'm sorry to say this, but this is something that our young generation is really suffering, because there is not a role model or even to become a leader. Because when you're talking, shh, be quiet, you don't know what you're talking. And so, like, they completely minimize their thinking, they minimize their activities, they minimize everything. So it becomes like they don't have a self-esteem. They're growing up without self-esteem. Either they will fed up and become rebellion, and that is not even a leadership. At the end, they will become, criminals or whatever it is. Because since you are young, you are being squeezed. You don't have that capacity or ability to learn of how a leader have to be, or how to say a word, when to say it and where to say it, you know? So I am sorry for our generation, especially back home, that we are not going to have a leaders. We are also going to be a corrupt and corrupt and corrupt. So leadership is somebody, like somebody who is a leader, who is somebody that I wrote it somewhere. I wrote it before. I said, like, when you are down, he will give you a hand and pull you up. He listen. He talk less and listen. Then after that, he will direct you, redirect you. He will, instead of criticizing you, he will show you, like, he will show you a right way. And then you go and look for it. But it's not something that you have to be scared. Oh, I made a mistake, so I'm going to be criticized or I'm going to be put down. No, everyone make mistake. But the way that you pass it to that person or you communicate, that is the way that a leadership have to be. And Rob, you are beautiful without a hat. Thank you so much.
Whoa. Well, thanks for the compliment. Well, thank you. Let's see, there's no other hands, but I don't think we're done with this topic tonight. I think we need to march on a little bit more.
By the way, I'm busy. I'm cooking. We have a community party tomorrow, so I'm making something that was being posted before in a food, turkey, baklawa. I'm making it.
As long as
for
it's
tomorrow
not chicken
as a
feet.
dessert.
As long as
Sorry?
it's not chicken feet. As long as it's not chicken feet, I'll be there.
No, it's not chicken. It's a kind of a dessert.
Oh,
So
okay.
I am making it for tomorrow for the party.
Okay. Well, hopefully you and I can hook up tonight. We'll get that account. And if you
Yes,
got other accounts that you want to work on, we can only do 2 per card in a 24-hour period to be safe.
Okay.
Be safe.
Okay.
But this isn't a bad time as it gets later on the East Coast here in the United States. It's not a bad time. It's a good time.
Okay.
Try. So just
so
hang
we will
out.
communicate through. Are we going to communicate through Messenger? What's Lynn Messenger? Because this is what I have.
Well, I have a messenger too. I just don't use it very often. We can go there. Just look for me. I think it's Rob Gorman. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh, WhatsApp. Okay.
Or WhatsApp. Do you have WhatsApp?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Just use that, and I will. I'll text you my phone number.
Okay, sounds good.
Everybody here knows my phone number, so I guess it's no big deal. All right, I'll send you my phone number, or Lynn will send it to you.
Okay.
And we'll go to
Thank you
WhatsApp
so
after
much.
we're done here. All right.
Thank you so much.
I thought your hand was raised, Carmela. What happened? You put it down? Okay,
No. I'm here.
Oh, you're here.
I want to say, I want to add what she said. She said she born a leader. You know, I remember my son was 2 years old in the children garden. The teacher in the garden told me, you know, he is going to be a big leader. He was 2 years old. I said, why? She said, he's going around all the tables and he tells the children what to do.
That's definitely a step in the right direction there.
Since then, he was a big leader, 2 years old. I was astonished what she said. She said it.
That's good. Well, all right, Carmela, we're going to go over to Mel right now, and then we're going over to DL or Dawn. It looks like DL is sitting in the captain's chair, so we'll go to DL when we after Mel. Go ahead, Mel.
It's a joke. So you talk about chicken feet, Rob. I was good with
I really shouldn't have brought that up because I can't go there.
Tasty. Okay. Samuel, no. It's Rita, Sister Rita.
Right,
She
I
was
knew it was
talking
Rita
about,
when she stepped into Samuel's shoe there. I knew it was Rita.
she's not a disciple, Samuel. Okay. So a good leader, as you were saying, sister, you said you asked if they were born that way or something like that. But some of them, some leaders are gifted from young, some are acquired, and some are learned. Because you can be a leader by taking training, which we are doing, right? You can be a leader by acquiring things like, you know, observing other people and becoming one as well. There's many people who have done that. You can also be a leader as you're gifted from very, very young. You know, you see these little children on TV all the time on talk shows and wherever, and then you'd swear there's somebody who was incarnated, like there's the older person, you know, coming out of them. And the things that they say, you know, that they will be really good leaders as they grow, you know, as they grow up from 2 years old or even sometime 1 year old, you know. And I think we all are leaders in our own way. We all have led some way or the other. And I don't want to put myself behind because, as I always say, and I'm not trying to be prideful or proud, but God made us as leaders, each and every one of us. We were born to be leaders. We were born to win. And Ash has said that many times. And we were born as heads, not tails. So we are leaders for sure. All right. So I don't want to miss out on telling myself that I'm not a leader because I have been in many things where I have led. Even in online, before I joined ONPASSIVE, I was in an online prayer group where I led as moderator and I did the reading. We had to prepare stuff, each and every one of us, and do it in the right way. We bring it out and we had to explain what we have done. And you know what? People will, when I left the group because of a reason, but when I left, people were actually calling me and ask, "Are you coming back? Are you coming back?" And I said no. At that point, I think I was there for a reason and a season, and I'm leaving. So yes, we all are leaders, and I won't take it back because God made us to be leaders. We're born to be leaders, and we're born to win. Not being prideful, but yes.
Good stuff, Mel. Good stuff. Wow.
Nice.
Whew. Some of these comments are taking my breath away, and they're very meaningful. We can tell. I can tell. They're truly from the heart. And if you weren't leaders, you wouldn't be speaking like this. And my hat's off to you. Since you want me to take my hat off, I'll do it again. I'm just kidding. We're all leaders here, and we've had another leader, a remarkable leader, step in here, Francis Tay, and I'd like to hear from you in just a bit, Francis. But first, before we go to you, DL, the executive producer says we have to have a picture. So Pedro, if you could come back on screen, you knew it was coming. John, come on, you knew it was coming. And Elizabeth, if you can come back on this bade, and we'll do one more picture for posterity.
Yeah, before.
There's Elizabeth.
Oh, nice, everybody there.
All right.
How about Pedro?
Pedro Estrada, come to the panel.
Nice panel tonight.
Exceptional panel
Oh,
tonight.
there's Pedro.
All right, Pedro, we're all here. The gang's all here. It's going to be one of those 1, 2, 3, and then she'll take the picture.
Wait for Robert.
Oh, wait a minute. We got Robert coming.
I'm telling him.
All right. All right. Is he coming back?
Well, he's going to read.
Oh, he's right there.
Yeah, he's reading my text. I told him we're taking a pic now. Ready, Robert?
He's not looking. Oh, now he is.
Picture, okay? I will count 1, 2, 3, and snap. Okay, ready? All right, everybody.
I thought I was counting.
Yeah, you. I need the thing.
Oh, you're confusing us.
Oh,
you're confusing us. Here we go.
I said, well, count 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And a 1.
Wait. You gotta tell them what you want from them. expression?
Oh, a funny expression, a laughable expression, a love expression like Robert has and John has, and we'll go from there. So on the count of three, here we go. Are you ready, Miss Lynn?
Yeah, if you head in the frame.
I don't want to be in the picture.
There.
Oh,
Okay.
and a one, and a two, and a three.
Go. All right, let's see how it is.
Looks good to me. Oh, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. I'd get rid of that guy in the far left, but other than that, it's good. That was a good picture, and Lynn's going to put that in the RobLynnLive chat, and you can upload it, download it, whatever load it you want to do, and hang on to posterity that's on this RobLynnLive stuff.
Save those pictures. I put them in the chat, the messenger chat. You should save them.
The pictures are going to be, these are keepers, these pictures. And these panels that we're having, I think are remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
Our memories.
Memories. Oh, no, I ain't got it like Dean Martin. Let's go over to DL in not so sunny Ohio.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I just was thinking that looking at everybody on the panel, there's different leadership qualities for each and every one of you. And what really stuck out to me was just what was Rita was saying. Even though she's obviously a little bit younger than myself, I can tell that she's definitely a leader for the younger generation coming up. So I want to commend her for that. And another one is obviously Francis Tay. This guy, he obviously stands out. So Francis, really appreciate you, my man. And obviously what's really crystal clear to me, being ex-military, is Rob Gorman himself. I can clearly see his leadership ability. So I want to say you're all leaders here, in my opinion. So God bless y'all. Back to you, Rob.
Very nice.
Thank you, DL. Thanks for your service, brother. All right. I believe, John, you're swaying. I'll come back to you in a minute, John, if we're going to do a song. Let's hear from Francis, if you don't mind, Francis. Talk to us about being a leader, or a great leader like yourself.
No, I was just enjoying listening to all the great panelists here. Really enjoying your sharing on your heart. Yeah? And suddenly someone mentioned about the chicken feet. That's why I jumped in.
You ain't leading me to chicken.
Why does this guy talk about chicken feet? I better come in.
That's super.
Chicken feet, they don't sound very appetizing.
Sure, I've had it before. You eat the gelatin on the... You don't eat the feet. You don't like crunch the feet, right? You guys, it's the gelatin on the...
Chew.
Good.
That's as disgusting as... Well, I don't know what else. Robert says the same thing. Ain't no way.
Unfortunately,
try it. You never know.
Unfortunately, I have two ladies in the house. My helper and my daughter. They love the chicken feet. When they have the chicken feet, the whole house smell.
Well, if you put my feet on the table, we'd have a real problem with the smell thing. So I understand the chicken feet thing.
Rob, you have to scald. There is a technique in cooking chicken feet. You have to cut out whatever that's no good, scald it, take all the little whatever things on, I forget, phalanges, whatever, the little things and the groupy stuff. And when you cook that, that's healthy.
See?
Give me all the bone bellies. I don't like meat.
That sounds as healthy as Spam. That sounds just about like Spam.
I like bones. I love bones. I was raised on meat, so
yeah.
Well, you can't get any leaner.
Rob, you know how we call the chicken feet? They said, please, like when you said, give me 5 minutes or just wait for me 5 years, because it's like this, right? So they will say, wait for me 5 years. Like when you are going to ask, we don't used to eat it, but after sometimes people realize, oh, chicken feet is really good. So they will say, give me 5 minutes or wait for me 5 years. Because it's like this, right? So they call it 5 years.
Francis
In,
Tay,
in,
see what you
in
got
China, it's a
started.
long queue. The shop is a long queue for chicken feet in China. Yeah, people queue up for chicken feet. Yeah.
So let me
Anyway,
ask.
thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, thank you, Francis.
Can I ask a question, Rob? Then
Yes.
Go
do
ahead.
you eat
Whoever's
cow
talking, talk.
hinds? Cow hinds, the feet. Do you eat those?
What?
Cow hinds, the feet. Wait, the cow feet.
Cow feet?
Cow
Yeah,
feet?
the hinds. Hinds.
I never
That's
had
not
that.
happening either.
I never tried
Hey,
it.
that's good food for you. It's good for your ligaments. It's good.
Oh.
That's why these people were centurions. We eat all these other foods that is not making us well, but these were the best foods.
I grew up on frog legs.
Exactly.
And now we got the frog leg lady.
I grew up on a lake, and my brother always went frogging. We always had a big platter of frog legs.
There we go.
Are they delicious, Don?
They're good. They taste like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
They actually are mountain chicken. That's what we call it back home because it's a special type of frog, and they're only where you'll get porous rocks. The other frogs, they don't matter, but these frogs, they're pretty good and they're smooth. And they call them mountain chicken because that's exactly what Don is saying. It's mountain chicken. It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, ours were
They
just
sell them in
bullfrogs.
New Orleans as well.
Michigan bullfrogs. I don't know. That's what they were.
Oh.
Michigan bullfrogs,
There you
chicken feet, and cow feet.
I would
Hey,
try
Rob.
it. Give it to me.
Why
I'll
don't we
try
go? Why don't we go
Okay,
to
okay. I apologize. Okay, no more chicken feet. Let's come back
like
to the
Rocky
subject.
Mountain oysters?
Oh, no.
Oh no, no, that's isn't that test seeds? No, I'm not going. No, I'm not a testicle kind of guy. I mean, I may have a couple. I think I have a couple. Or used to have a couple, but ain't no way. And mountain oysters. My mother in Savannah, Georgia, she cooked up mountain oysters, and I tried one before, and then she told me what it was, and I said, "Are you kidding me? You just made that is not kosher." And she puts a mountain oyster in my mouth. That was worse than a Brussels sprout, and I hate Brussels sprouts. Francis, you and your chicken feet. Oh. See, we do have a little fun here on RobLynnLive. It's not all chit chat. It's not all a serious presentation.
No. And when we get to meet each other, we're gonna want to taste each other's, cultural food, right? I want
No.
to. Yes.
No.
Yes, yes. You have to be open-minded.
I'm open-minded. I'll sit at the kids' table where they have pizza.
I want to try all kinds of stuff.
Oh.
I want to try the chicken.
When you come to Asia, I will send my helper, and my daughter to holiday so that they won't be in the house. There's no chicken feet.
Hey,
Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, let me just share my take on this topic. Very good topic, Rob, Lynn. I think there's both understanding about leaders and leadership. Huh? I just put in the chat that we may have many leaders, but very few leadership. Huh? Right? Because leaders are what some of you has mentioned, that whether you're born or made or not, yeah. When you start to tell people to do something, you're a leader anyway, right? But leadership leave footprint. Quality is hard to find. Quality take time to build, take time to nurture. Like last week we have this empowerment, your team members, empowerment others. Empowerment is also a leadership quality that very hard to find. Naturally, a leader like to protect themselves, protect their role, their leaders, they don't want people to take over. But to cross over, to have a leadership quality, it's a take some guts, take some virtue or value in the person. I think you can be a leader by applying for a job, manager. Straight away, you are a leader. Although nobody like you, but you are a manager. Right? So no one can touch you. But I think that for myself is the most for myself the quality that I look for is teamwork. That the person can gather a group of leaders together with him, work as a team, not work as an individual. That is more to me. I will put it number 10. 10 points for those who have this quality. If you have a good leader, you are a good leader and a solo independent leader, I will be very worried. Because when there's a group of consultation, there is always safety. You consult with each other, the decision you make, then there's always safety. So when I was working with Tom Moen in the Tom Moen, the artist in the organization, every 5 years they check on the management personality. I have I and drive, the initiative, independent, and the drive. So that one is to them that one is they think that my personality trait is I feel that if a leader have a high drive, is very dangerous. Which is they're not a team player and always want to go, drive people mad, drive people to the wall. So it's good to have a driver, but it's better to have a team. So this one need time to build. Like here we have different personality. We have a quiet one. We have people who want to talk. This, but we have this uncalled rules that we respect each other. So when someone want to talk, we just withdraw ourselves, let someone talk. It's because of the we do it on passive way, because of the grace that we have for each other, the understanding, the love. That's why we are able to withdraw and let people speak. Sometimes you want to speak. So this quality, all of us here, as I listened just now, fantastic. All of us are leadershiping each other, leadershiping those who are listening. We are actually performing the leadership quality, and that will leave a footprint in people's mind. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Sifu Francis. Words of wisdom from the master. Thank you, sir. Other than the chicken feed. All right. We've got a couple of hands raised. I'm not sure who was first. Was it you, Paul, or you, Greg? Who's number one on the list? Or does it matter?
I think Greg was first. I think Greg was first. Huh?
All right, go ahead, Greg. Unmute and talk to us, brother. Greg Lakin.
Okay. Who doesn't like Brussels sprouts?
Oh no, I can't believe we're continuing on the Brussels sprouts. I can't stand Brussels sprouts.
I don't know. I've never really had chicken feet, but I love Brussels sprouts.
Well, I know what I'm getting you for your birthday now. Frozen Brussels sprouts. My mother, here's the reason I don't care for them. Go ahead.
Well, I guess the whole point was variety. Different countries, different customs, and different things. But I always loved Brussels sprouts since I was a little kid.
You do know they're little cabbages, right?
Brussels sprouts are from the ground. I mean, vegetable.
Right. It looks like Mr. Stifler likes Brussels sprouts too. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Okay, maybe I need to taste them again. Maybe put some garlic on them and maybe some onion with it. Okay. All right. All right. I'll give it a shot. If you don't hear from me in a month, it means it killed me. Hey, babe. Okay, let's go over to Paul, and then we'll come back to John. We can either do a wrap up and a song, or we can just keep going because I'm having a good time myself tonight.
Yeah, I'm having the time of my life too, Rob. I can barely keep still. I feel like there's a bubble inside of me about to burst. if you see me explode in a minute, you know it's all joy.
Yeah,
but,
man.
There's a book that I own, and I might have mentioned it before, Rob. It's called The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. Now, it's supposed to be out of print. Not Think and Grow Rich. This is The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. Now, I'll bet any one of you here $100 if you get a copy of that book and if you read it, that you'll agree with me it's the second greatest book ever written. $100. I bet you $100. Get a copy of that book and read it, then come back to me. If you don't agree with me, it's the second greatest book ever written. Well, I might cut it to $50, or maybe $25, or maybe $10.
No. It's a Benjamin. You said 100. Nope. We don't renege on our bets here at RobLynn Live.
But
does ebook counted?
What's that?
It's a hard copy. It's in hard copy.
No, does ebook consider?
Ebook. Can you get an ebook?
Electronic book.
An electronic book where you get it online with Amazon.
I don't know if it didn't used to be in that format. It might be now. When we were trying to find it, it was
I will accept $50. Paul.
$50. Well, $50 for you. But why I mentioned that is we used that book at church years ago in what we call our millionaires class, and the principles. There's 24 principles in the book, and they were so powerful. I mean, you read that book, it'll turn you into a leader. I mean, it's dynamic. And one of the principles that we're practicing right now that he talks about is to have a mastermind group of people that gets together every so often to just discuss certain topics of interest, to like challenge each other on any goal you've set, to review your progress, to address each other's concerns, and just to bind together as a unit. And when you go through that mastermind concept, my goodness, I mean, that book is amazing. So I just thought I'd mention that. May find it useful.
All right, sounds good to me. I'm all about reading about things that will lead me in the right, get me on the right track or a better track to being the leader I think I am, but maybe I'm not. So that sounds good. I'll read that book. I'll read it. I'm a speed reader, but I do take notes as I go. So I'll take a look at it. And I think it's now time to go to Dawn or DL. Looks like Dawn's in the captain's chair right now. Go ahead, Dawn.
No, it's just something that I wanted to mention. When I was in high school, I was able to attend leadership camp, and it was north of Muskegon, Michigan, on Lake Michigan, and it covered the fourfold developments of life, which is physical, mental, religious, and social development. But it was a William Danforth that created this camp. long time ago. He was from St. Louis area, but he wrote the book I Dare You. I don't know if anybody's ever read it, but it was a pretty fantastic program to attend. I was there. I went 3 years in a row, but it covered all those 4 developments of life. I don't know. It's amazing what things are out there that, that young people can go to.
Now, I had the opportunity to go to a leadership camp myself, and it's quite interesting. It's kind of like tonight. You get all the diversity, I should say, of people, and it all leads right back to the same general principles about being a leader, and that's cool. It was you that mentioned about having the short tongue and the long ears. Well, that is a special thing to have as a leader. Oh, it's Rita. Sorry. Sorry, Rita. Oh, she's not going to call me now. Oh. All right. So that's all good. And hearing about these books, it's motivational in itself, hearing about the books. I'm definitely going to read that one, Paul. I'll definitely get a copy of that if I can find it. It was wasn't that in the 1940s that was written, or 30s?
The Laws of Success was written around the time of Andrew Carnegie. Actually hired this guy to go around and interview some of the top leaders in the world and to get from them what were the principles that made them successful. And he hired this gentleman and told him, I'm not going to give you a salary. This is your project. And what you learn from these men, use those concepts and turn it into an income earner for yourself. And when he tell you the story of how he put this book together, it's astonishing. I'm telling you, it's drop dead the second greatest book ever written. There's no competition. Absolutely none.
And Napoleon Hill was quite an author, without a doubt. He was ahead of his time, I think.
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
That book you just mentioned, and Think and Grow Rich, I mean, I don't know anybody in my marketing research class that didn't read Think and Grow, did not read it, Think and Grow Rich, and it wasn't required reading.
And this one this one makes Think and Grow Rich look like a primary school notebook. It's that deep. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're going over to, it looks like Hamilton, Ontario, and we're going to speak with Mel.
Yeah, thank you. When Paul was talking about the book, I Googled it. It says you can listen free for 30 days. It's Audible as well. So you can listen to it free for 30 days. There's a sample on Amazon Prime.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Our research aficionado.
Can you send us the link, please?
What, Carmela?
Carmela, what? What did you say?
I asked men to send the link.
Oh, it's not a link. You just Google. I'll send you the path, but it's not a link really. You just have to Google it. I'll send it to you, Cam.
Okay. Thank you.
There's 30 comments.
Thank you, Paul.
There's 30 comments about Brussels sprouts in the chat. 30. You got to be kidding me. They can't be. Those little devils can't be that good for you. I'm sorry.
Rob, for Christmas, I bought a whole bunch of veggies because, as I mentioned, I love crunch vegetables. I bought Brussels sprouts, mushrooms, baby carrots, shallots, baby shallots. What else I had? It's a whole bunch of them. Oh, not string beans, snow peas. And I steamed them a little bit on the stove and I put them in the oven. And that was the best. I added a bit of butter, a bit of crushed garlic. You don't need much. And a little bit of spring onion, and it was A1. I used it for 3 days. Like not me, only me, but my sister took some and leftovers. Brussels sprout is good when you mix it with something. Add a
Maybe
little
I'll
bit
take a
of
hint and
butter,
put A1 sauce on the Brussels sprouts. That might do it.
a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic does the trick. It's good. It's pretty good. I love bitter stuff because I was raised on bitter stuff growing up. So I
All
think
right.
yeah.
Did you want to say something, or are you ready to sing?
Maybe this Pat.
Let's go back to Pat, and then we'll go to John.
I was just going to say, Rob, that putting steak sauce on Brussels sprouts won't make it steak.
Oh, make it steak.
I got that point. Putting anything on Brussels sprouts other than a trash can liner is nothing for me. Unbelievable.
That's all I had to say.
Thanks for leading me to the Brussels sprouts, all 30-something of you in the chat. Thank you so much. All right. Where did I say we were going? Oh, we're going over to John. Johnny.
Are we wrapping up? Because
Are we?
Not necessarily. We're still at 45 people here.
maybe I should wait till last because it's not like an up song. So I mean, if you have more folks to talk, I can wait.
Yeah, I'd like, if you don't mind, if you can, and if you need a wake-up call, just go take a nap and I'll call you.
Well, the Benadryl's kicking in, but that's fine.
Poor thing. Oh.
Listen, they make me take for the rash thing, which I'm still, just getting over that, as well as my nose thing. Every 6 hours, Benadryl. And Benadryl, it's an allergy thing, but Benadryl's like it's a sleeping pill every 6 hours. So anyway, but I'm all right. I can wait. I can wait.
All right. That works for me. Let's see. Let's do an update on what's coming up tomorrow. It's already tomorrow in sunny Singapore, but Singapore, I need a swig here first. I'm gagging on my Brussels sprout that Lynn stuck in my mouth here.
He hates Brussels sprouts because his mother cooked Brussels sprouts. I forgot what specific day of the week.
Every Friday night. It's tradition to have chicken, whether it's chicken fricassee. My mother would go to the kosher butcher and get these poor chickens that were hanging up by their feet, by their chicken feet. And she had to have Brussels sprouts every night, every Friday night before we went to synagogue. And I said, whoa, back up the bus, Mom. How about a little corn? Too much sugar. How about some carrots? Too much sugar. Oh, how about a green bean? Too much sugar. How about some nice Brussels sprouts, Robbie? No, thank you.
But you ate them anyway.
I did eat them because if I didn't eat them, and that my mother always on Friday night, this was tradition, would get a Pepperidge Farm chocolate layer cake. And if my brother and I didn't eat the Brussels sprouts, guess where that chocolate cake wound up? It stayed in the freezer. So I ate Brussels sprouts for probably 15 years every Friday night. Every Friday night. Now you know why Brussels sprouts are not my favorite. They're not even on the list.
Mm-hmm.
With me, that Lynn's telling you the honest to God truth. Every Friday night. My father's sitting there eating flounder. He gets a nice flounder, and no Brussels sprouts for him. He had green beans. But oh no, the boys and Grandma Bobby had to have Brussels sprouts. So I think I'll get off that subject as quickly as possible. So who else would like to pile on and lead us in the right direction leadership-wise? Or are you guys fading?
Oh, wait. Somebody wants to come to the panel. It is Francis 007. There he is.
Wait a minute. I thought he was already here. Gone now. He must have got bumped. Francis.
He came back.
Francis, are you audible?
It said Francis 007, so I figured.
007, is that really you?
I brought you in. You were asked to come to the panel.
That hand raise was already an hour ago. Until you mentioned chicken feet, I come in myself.
I didn't see it till just now. Sorry. They need to make it bigger for us senior citizens. It's too small to read.
I was waiting for you to see the hand.
Really? Oh, sorry. I just noticed it now. All right.
Sorry, Francis.
We can do last round, see if anybody has final words. Because it is 10:38. We've been here for 2 hours and 38 minutes. So anybody inclined? Oh, there's Pedro. He is inspired to speak. Go ahead, Pedro.
Pedro, knock it out of the park, will you?
Then Paul will be next.
Well, yes, you've been talking about things that I haven't had in a long time. Chicken feet. I had that when I was young. That's what they used to make chicken soup, and whoever got the chicken feet, that was a delicacy. We were taught that way, but I hadn't had them since, and now I see them for sale at Safeway or Giant. They had them in the store.
Yeah,
And
Kroger has them too.
I learned. I learned that it has this cartilage that it has. It's a good thing for your marrow bone or whatever. So I guess when you learn good qualities from something, is when you are more willing to go in that direction. Brussels sprouts is something that I don't like the taste at first, but I read about it and I've been told about it, that they are the best for you. I think that's why we have a good leader here called Rob Gorman that had enough sprouts. And so,
is that what happened?
We have to see things. We have to see things from other people's perspective to appreciate them, and with the right explanation, I'm sure you're willing to change and to try them. Those are qualities of a good leader anyway. So I just wanted to close with that note. I just had to go and take my set of pills. That's why I disappeared for a little moment, and I will be going to bed soon. But this topic, everybody has expressed things that I have never heard from others to voice it out. And appreciated Paul's insight, and Greg talking about Vermont. I was in Vermont one time, such a beautiful place. And if it's getting overpopulated, whatever it needs to be done. But anyway, I don't want to just dwell on things that don't tie in with the theme tonight. But the thing that I heard, appreciated Francis Stays as well, to work towards making a team, making leaders as a team. Wow, that is profound. And I get together with them and learn from each other, and that is a great thing. I think that's what we're doing here. I enjoy Gregory saying, relating the experience with employees himself, and never diminishing anybody. And just because you don't know something does not mean that you cannot learn it when it's explained properly. Just like with the chicken feet and the sprouts. So I'm going to close on that note. And I'm going to say good night because it's my time for bed. I appreciate everyone's comments.
Good night, Pedro. God bless.
I appreciate it, especially
Thank you, Pedro.
Rita's insight. Good night, everyone. I won't hear to the song, John. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well,
thank you, Mel. You too had a great point.
Thank you, Pedro.
Well,
Thank you. Lynn has.
If it's time, I'll stick around. But if it's
All right, thank you.
Lynn wanted me to read this from Robert Stifler, our friend who she was signing with. Tell Rob we have to be good listener, but for deaf people, we are good listener with our eyes, not with our ears.
Use your eyes to hear.
Right. And ran out of battery and had to go.
So he just wanted to make sure Rob knew that.
That was very
That
nice.
was a nice contribution from Robert. Thank you.
All right, we got Gregory and Paul, and I have no idea who's first. Paul is. Thank you, Greg. Go ahead, Paul. The floor is yours. And
Thanks again. Thanks again. It's been so inspirational hearing from everyone and getting the different perspectives here. This one's for you, Rob, and the other veterans here. I remember when I was in college, our instructor was saying to us one day, he think every young person should get a stint in the military. And then we all looked at him like, well, what are you talking about? Everybody was saying, what do you mean, military? And he says, yes, because in there, you will learn some leadership. And then he said, we could all use more of that.
Well said.
So I wish I had gone through and gathered some of that military leadership. It's good stuff, and we can see it in you, Rob, and the other gentleman that spoke about military experience. Yeah, it's a great place to get some leadership training and experience. Some real practical. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. We're glad you're back tonight. We hope you'll continue to come back when you can, when you're not having to work.
Oh yeah, my busy season is just about done. One more week and we'll be back to normal.
All right, good stuff for sure. All right, let's go to Mr. Go ahead, Sam.
Bye, everyone.
Gotta go?
Go.
Okay.
Yes.
Love you.
I will call you. I will call you, Rob, okay? I will be
Okay.
waiting for your number. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, Rita.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Rita. Thank you. Thank you. And over to Greg. Go ahead, Mr. Hill.
Okay, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but I was just going to talk a little bit about, I guess, some of my leadership. In 1998, I had my first website, and it was called Helping International Students, or HIS. And the reason I started it was this guy. I was also with my construction business, but I was running those two businesses, and it was bringing Japanese students to America to experience America and what it was like to live in an American family and do things in American way and work with their ESL, English as a second language. So I got invited by 4 of the students' parents. I want to share this part because it's kind of crazy. I got invited by 4 of the students' parents to eat with them at the Seiko Towers, which is a really mucky place to eat in Japan and in Osaka. And you're at the top of the Seiko Towers, which is really amazing. And we got invited to, my wife and I got invited to go in there and meet with the families and experience a 15-course meal. And at the same time, one of the things we had to do was to, well, you have to be real careful about other people's culture. I mean, because you don't want to make them feel like something, especially Japanese culture, they're very polite and everything. So I didn't want to say anything about the food. You know, I mean, I had never eaten sushi before and the raw fish and those kind of things. But they had one part of this meal, 15-course meal, was a bladder of the fish. And you had to eat this bladder of the fish, which was really crazy stuff. So anyway, as we went through this whole meal and everything, I was just trying to think of what kind of impact I made on these people just by eating the food. I couldn't share how I felt about it because I had to just eat it and keep my composure. But as a leader for these girls that came over to our house and lived in America with us for the 2 weeks, it was an experience that I wish I could do it again, but it was just something, another part of my life that I had done quite a bit. And the reason I did it was because the colleges were charging so much money for these students to come over. And I thought, well, gee whiz, they're charging $20,000 for 2 weeks stay, and I can do it $4,000 for a 2 week stay, and it'll include their plane tickets. So it was kind of fun to do it that way. It was actually a great business, and it was the qualities that I got to learn about. The things I got to learn about the Japanese students or the Japanese culture was an eye-opening to me, because it was one of the first things I'd ever done before I'd actually got married to a Japanese person. But I just wanted to share that because it was kind of interesting thinking about these food you guys were talking about, Brussels sprouts and chicken's feet. And I don't think I could do the chicken's feet. But then I thought about, oh man, I ate bladder of the fish, and it's this yellow stuff. And that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, thank you so much for your time tonight for me. And John, I know you've been waiting a long time, brother, to be able to sing tonight. But I've really enjoyed hearing everybody here and all the different things. And nice to meet you, Paul. And thanks, Melanie, for your stuff, and Francis. And I just enjoy everybody, Greg. And thanks, Don. And so I'll be done for now. Thanks for this experience also tonight.
Good night, Greg.
Good stuff, Greg.
Yeah.
Bladder of a fish. I know you're kidding me.
No.
And the yellow stuff had to be what I think it is.
Vile.
Bladder of the fish.
What did it taste like?
Very, very bitter. It's kind of like eating fugu. You know what fugu is?
Yeah.
Fugu is puffer fish. You can die from it if it's not prepared properly. Yeah. So I did eat that as well because I wanted to experience that too. But anyway.
Oh, bitter, huh? I don't need to try it then. If it's bitter, I don't care for bitter anyway.
It wasn't very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to see the expression on my face when I ate it.
Oh.
Good stuff. Good stuff all the way around tonight. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. All right. Well, I don't see any more hands raised, so I think it's probably time for a song. Go ahead, Mr. Songster.
I'll put it on side view.
Side view, so we see John right in the middle.
And everybody keep muted, okay? So only he will be, the camera will pan to him only, all right? Ready, John?
Yeah. I just want to show this first real quick. It's up. Was it upside down? Oh, yeah. It's upside down. I've mentioned before in the past about how I'm a photographer, and I have which way's going? There we go. A friend who's we work together with a project where she does watercolors of my photographs, and every year she'll pick one and use it as a Christmas card. So here's her Christmas card she made, and it's a watercolor of one of my photographs. I just think it's really great. I just wanted to show you that so you can see what kind of little project that I have with this lady and the great stuff that she does. That's a Christmas card, though, that she did. Anyway, so, and I think we definitely covered the subject tonight totally. If by the time you get to Brussels sprouts and chicken feet and what Greg was just talking about, we definitely got it all covered. Actually, Brussels sprouts are not bad with a little garlic and butter. When they're nice, they're not bad. I mean, really, of all the weird things we took, chicken feet's another story. But Brussels sprouts are not bad. As long as you check how much calcium oxalate. As long as it doesn't have too much calcium oxalate. Anyway, so anyhow, I'm going to sing a song by Eric Clapton. This year, in the last 5 years, we've had many folks that we've actually lost. And even just recently, Rob, as you know, that one gentleman whose his wife was, you mentioned his wife was a founder, and she just passed. So we've had people, that haven't made it all along the way with us. So I thought, now that it's the end of the year, thinking of those folks, would sing something that would be apropos for that. So I'm going to sing a song by Eric Clapton, who is one of the greatest guitar players, by the way, in the rock and roll world of all time, definitely. But he also is a very wonderful songwriter. And he wrote this song. I forget the year, but it was quite a while ago. And he actually wrote it for a movie, a film. And the film, which I'm forgetting the title of it, but it dealt with loss and dealing with loss. And at the same time, when he was asked to write for this film, he had lost his 4-year-old son. This always gets to me, touches me, because I remember when I heard the song years and years ago and I loved it so much. And then when I heard that it was actually written for his 4-year-old son that he had lost. At the same time, he was working on this film. So it inspired him to write the song about loss, which is what the film was about, but the song is about his son. So I'd like to sing that now in memory of all the folks that we have lost, on passive as we move on to the next year. Okay, so the song is called, I'll make sure my speakers are on, like they go off because I've been waiting for a while. Anyway, yeah. And so anyway, the song is called Tears in Heaven. And I'd say Happy New Year, but I know it's not a happy song, but, you know, Happy New Year, everybody. Coming.
I love that song, John. That's a
Eric
nice
Clapton
song.
was the man for sure. He
Thank you,
was.
John.
That was good. Thank you, John. All right. Any closing remarks, or can I bang the gavel? And let's go to the chat real quickly. And
Thank you, Chris. Chris posted
Chris
the lyrics.
Tiazone posted the lyrics in the chat.
Song's beautiful. Very nice. Lots of heartfelt comments tonight. Just really impressed with the quality of the folks that we have coming to our show. And we have Juanita saying, wishing everyone, wish you everyone, family, happy, prosperous New Year 2024. Sharon, love Aaron's song. She's on very detailed watercolor art there. So I agree with that. It says bladderfish. Ew.
That's the same guy that eats chicken feet. Come on.
Juanita says, I love Brussels sprouts. A bit expensive. And chicken feet. I tried once. It's good. Makes my tummy happy. Very nice topic, says John Helder. And people are saying good night to Rita. And I think that people appreciated the topic. We had Michael Chan, excellent topic, discussion. Chris Tiazon, very nice discussion. I think people, they enjoyed it. That Paul mentioned is called The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. You can listen free for 30 days through Audible on Amazon Prime. Thank you, Mel, for steering us there. Appreciate it. All right. So we really want to thank everyone for your participation, whether you were on the panel or just listening in as an attendee or chatting. No matter what,
40 people stayed here through thick and thin. We were at 55 the whole night in the chat.
That is beautiful.
That's remarkable. And there are leaders in the chat. I kind of grazed through, as Ollie does. I kind of grazed along and saw who's in the chat. There's some real leaders in the chat. Real leaders. So thank you. And Mel has her hand raised.
All right. Go ahead, Mel.
Mel.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to reach Dawn to ask her the name of her book so I can post it in the chat. I sent it in the RobLynnLive messenger, but I know you're on the panel. The name of the book
was that I Dare You? The I Dare You book?
Yes. What is it called?
It's called I Dare You.
DARE, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a small book, but it's very uplifting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's an old book. It's been out for many, many years.
Wow. Thank you, Dawn. Sharon says, good job, John. Very touching song. Love the song. And she says, love chicken feet. Love the leaders. For example, RobLynn, Francis Tay, and all the panelists. Blessed New Year. And Charmaine, our graphic artist, says, a great new 2024 to all my ONPASSIVE family. Poignant topic, and thanks to all who participated. We have Etta Nyang saying thank you, family, and saying I reserve my comment tonight. And Isabel says good night, good everyone. It was great to be here one more time. So we really appreciate all of you for being here with us and choosing to be with RobLynnLive tonight. We know you had other options, but you chose to be with us, and that means a lot to Rob and me.
True. Absolutely true. For the weekend, you can look for us at noon tomorrow and 8 o'clock tomorrow night, or in Singapore, different time zone. And you can look for us on Sunday, New Year's Eve. We'll be up. Well, fortunately for me, fortunately for me, we'll be on at 8 o'clock, so I don't have to worry about making it to midnight unless you guys keep me here till midnight. So I'm not known for staying up till the new year comes in. No more Dick Clark, so no more Times Square for me. So that's about it from here.
With us anymore. You know, what's his name? Ryan Seacrest is the guy that does Times Square now.
Yeah, well, he's no Dick Clark, that's for sure. Anyway, he's good. He's good too. So I guess we'll call it a wrap. It was to me, it was very inspiring. So thank you. Thank you. All the different viewpoints all led right back to the same thing about being a good listener, about all the things that make up what a good leader is. So thanks for being here again. We'll see you on the flip. Salute to all veterans. Salute to all current active duty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody.
And good night, everyone.
Thank
We
you,
love-
RobLynn. Thank you. Good night,
We
everyone.
love you so much. all
Thank
of
you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, RobLynn.
Good night. Good night. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Tomorrow is the
Happy New Year.
You guys make it worthwhile.
The best one.
We still have to celebrate
Camilla.
2 more
It's a good
days.
time to come on camera.
Bye,
Hi,
Melanie.
Elizabeth.
Bye,
Yay, she
John.
came
Bye,
on camera.
Francis.
Good
Bye,
night.
Dawn.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Gabriel.
Good night.
Camilla. Bye, Greg. And bye, Elizabeth.
All right,
Nice
all
to
right,
see you.
all right.
Take care, everybody.
Good night.
3, 2, 1. We're turning off. Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.